Alright, guys, sorry about that. Obviously, you guys know I hate starting a stream late. Kind of had to do it here because of the other game running a bit too long. But let me just adjust everything. Emojis are in. So let me just adjust this. Ole Miss just won on the road against Oklahoma. So that game is done and dusted with. And now Minnesota will have the ball on their first drive when we get back for the QB keeper. Pretty sure all you guys tuning in for this one. And sorry about the late start for this one, but my hands were kind of tied after the last game. Pretty sure all you guys tuning in. My name is JeroGamer9. Never did one of these streams for how it works like this. For everyone in the chat, any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order they assume. We got emojis in the chat. It shows for either one of these teams. I'm going to close the poll here. 69% you rhyme with Iowa to win this one. Last touchdown by Mark Gronowski. Well, because I just started the stream, but the game started. The game's already underway. We just had to start it late because of that. Grand Village is 3 miles from the Wilmington train station. I gotta walk back for a 6 o'clock train. Oof. That sucks. At least it's nice. But Vito with the $5, the Genius System Hardware Classic. Appreciate you, man. That gets you to first. The XP. Alright. Yeah, every donation counts triple toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which game we're calling for college basketball Friday night. Or the first Friday of the season, I should say. MIT against Harvard. Or Northeastern against Colgate. Appreciate you, man. Winners World Series, 8 o'clock tonight. Guys, the craziness? I love it. I love it. Appreciate you a ton, as always. Yeah, this might be the only chance to do an MIT game. Don't know how much more chance we're going to get after this. Iowa coming off that win against Penn State last time out. That wild game. Minnesota 2 straight wins, including a win against a ranked Nebraska team. They find themselves down 7-0. See what they can do on their first drive. Almost sounds like a playoff contender. Only play 3 ranked games. Yeah, but they're 2-1 of them. Hope the Jays win the World Series. We'll see. I hope so. World Series. Yes, we're doing World Series tonight. We're doing World Series for every game of the series except for game number 3 because that's Monday Night Football. Other than that, we're doing it for everything. SMU lost. Oh, yeah, that destroys their playoff chances then. I kick off here. Fielded by Minnesota at the 3-yard line. Taken out to the 10, 15, 20, and brought down the 24-yard line. 21-yard return there by Corey Parrish. And that will send Drake Lindsay, the redshirt freshman, out there for his first drive of the game. Memphis beats USF. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's no at-large chance at this point for USF. They gotta go all the way. Man, the Americans is a bloodbath right now. They're just cannibalizing each other. That's what considering. They're cannibalizing each other right now. Home Bellevue USF is brutal, yeah. Like, Navy's now the favorite, potentially, in the American. All right, ball to 24. I'm pretty sure I got a ton for tuning in for this one. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom here. Receiver goes in motion, misdirection on the handoff, and that'll be a gain of maybe 1. That's it. Taken down by Ethan Herkett. Minnesota last time out against Nebraska. Ran the ball very well. 35 carries, 186 yards, 2 tutties, 5.3 yards per carry that game. Start with a gain of 1 here. We're never going to be that large in the American. I think a 1-loss USF could be an interesting case, potentially. But now there's no chance. There was a very slim chance for USF. Very slim. Memphis win the American again? Is USF season over? No, it's not over yet, but Memphis can win the American, absolutely. Alright, that's caught. Makes one man miss, but then brought down the 28-yard line. Deshaun Lee on the stop. Catch made by Javon Tracy. There's this game, third on the team in receiving yards. Last amount, just 2 catches for 7 yards. About 2 yards there, 3rd and 7. How's it going, Jonathan? Go Blue. We'll see what happens tonight. Should be a fun game. So 3rd and 5 at the 29-yard line. Memphis can win the American. There's like 6 teams that can win the American right now. It's a very tight conference. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his left. Lindsay takes it. They're going to send 4. Going deep and way overthrown. Not even close. Zach Lutmer on the coverage. That's the last thing you want if you're Minnesota. A quick 3 and out. For the offense, for Iowa goes right down the field. And your defense going right back out there. Memphis USF 34-31. Memphis, yeah, they're top 25 again. Definitely top 25. With 1 loss, yeah, they're top 25. Absolutely. It's a punt away. Weston gets it off. I love Iowa State, but I despise the Hawkeyes. I get that. Like, Nashville's a cool state. Just hate the Titans. Return here to the 30, 35 down the 37-yard line. So, Wet Jen of Iowa starting near the 40. A net of about 35 yards. Memphis like 12 to go, 11-1. Well, if they win the conference, they're in. That's what it comes down to. They win the conference, they're in. Whoever wins the American is going to make the playoff. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. So we try and grow this community of subscribers even more. And appreciate all you guys a ton on this one. How's it going, Dexy? Appreciate you tuning in. Entire state of Ohio is ruined by the Buckeyes. See how a Michigan fan would say that. Also giving tabs on all the other games. Vandy, Mizzou underway. Top 15 matchup there. The game day game, and then on ABC, Bama, South Carolina. South Carolina driving to start this game off. A pretty good field position. Gamecocks 2nd and 2 inside the 30-yard line. First down here for the Hawkeyes. Drove right down the field last time. Yeah, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribing. We got emojis in the chat. We're going to be live tonight for the World Series. Game number 2 between the Jays and the Dodgers. The Jays won the last one, 11-4, 9 runs in the 6th inning. Very sharp. 7-1 fantasy, nice. Going with Puka and run back heavy worked out great. Yep. Yeah, I like on run back heavy. Iowa averaged over 6 yards a carry on that first drive. They're meant to Illinois? Surprised by that. I'm just flying into Chicago at some point? This is like a layover? Mark the last drive, 3 for 4, 44 yards. They ran the ball very well, too. I'm going to go by 2 scores here. Man, we have 3 streams today. We just finished Ole Miss, Oklahoma. It started off UCLA, Indiana, but that game got very out of hand very quickly, so we flipped that off. For a much better game on ABC, hence the delayed start time to this one. I formation here. Mark under center. Gonna hand the ball off to Stark. Got a huge hole, the 45, and down to 48. A shoestring tackle on Kamari Mullen might have saved a monster gain. Still be a good gain of about 8 yards, but could have been a lot worse. How's it going, Clend? Go Hawkeyes. So far looking good. Some parts I like, but overall Indiana, Iowa are better. I've never been to Indiana or Iowa. I've been to Illinois. Be coming home to Arizona for Thanksgiving, going to the ASU UVA game. Nice. Border War, love it. Second down, one the top, one the bottom, back to his left. Play action, out route, that's caught. First down at the 48 to the 45, breaks a tackle to the 30. Tiptoes a sideline out of bounds to the 26-yard line. Banana Bowl game I have, yes. 2 years ago I went. Fun time. They're not coming to Phoenix this year. There's only one game against the Firefighters against the Tailgaters. I might try and go. I'm not sure yet. They're in plus territory after just 2 plays. Making John Nestor miss on that one. That's Wet Jen turning on the Jets. Game in field goal range for just 2 plays. Also biased, I can tell. It's all good. OU, how much of a hit? They need to run the table and hope for some luck. Their chances at this point are like 5%. Toss play here. They'll get 4 for Molden. Down to the 21. Taken down by Devin Eastern. Been to Nebraska? I've never been to Nebraska. Maybe at some point I'll go to Omaha for something, but other than that, like unless like College World Series, probably never gonna go to Nebraska in my life. 2nd and 6, both at 21. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Just outside the red zone. Another handoff here. Now they are in the red zone. Gain of 4 once again for Molden, down to the 17. Brings up 3rd and 2. This looks like South Carolina's going to have to settle for 3. Never seen ASU lose a territorial game I attended. I need you to keep the streak alive. Keep it going. Need that to happen. I know it's going to be rocking. So you have an injured Iowa player, Bo Stevens, limping off. The redshirt senior guard. And they're blocking very well today, but now some changes to the O-line with the injury to Stevens. On this 3rd down, empty backfield, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now motioning into the backfield goes Nathan McNeil. They're going to fake the jet sweep to McNeil. QB power, and they'll get 1. The Haynes team looks really good this season. So now a decision time here for Iowa. They kick the field goal, make it a 2-score game, or they can go for it. 4th and 1. 3-0 South Carolina after their first drive, by the way. Oh, maybe it's Akron? Not surprised by that at all. So they're going to line to go for it. 5.5 to go. Everyone bunched up inside. They've called 3 straight runs. Fullback in motion. QB sneak. And I think he got it. Those spots don't look encouraging. Had to get to the 15. This will be close. I think he got it. Yes, and now they are signaling first down. Just enough for Mark on that one. And this Minnesota defense been on the field basically the entire game. The offense went 3 and out. Iowa was on the field for the first 5 minutes of the contest. Force a 3 and out. I've been on the field for a while here. Get the extra shove there from Hayden Large, the tight end. Fitting name for a tight end. Large with a big-time shove. Pushing his quarterback forward for the first. 2 at the top of the screen. Back to his right is Xavier Williams. They're going to keep it with Mark, and this time, Minnesota defense reads all the way. Last time on the read option that they kept it with Mark, got the touchdown. This time he's going to lose 2. Kerry Brown. It's 5 straight runs for the Hawkeyes. Figure they're going to be throwing it soon. Tired of having 2 months to go? Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, you could get an Uber. You could get Uber, but I mean, at least it's nice. 2nd down. Brian Kelly gets fired if they lose by more than 3 scores. Well, I think at the end of the season, he could be up. At the end of the season, we could be looking at a buyout. But I don't think anything's going to happen in the middle of this season. 1 top, 1 the bottom. 2nd down. Play action. Looking on the slam pass. It's tipped and incomplete. Broken up by John Nestor. 3rd down. Ross, are you a Mariners fan? He's a Brewers fan. He's literally not a Mariners fan. He's a Brewers fan. Probably a soft spot for the Mariners, but yeah, Kelly I think does. Coach. Uber's too expensive to use my money on the guy we rated. Oh man, I got that then. I get it. Well, Maxwell Hairston, this guy from Kentucky. He's off IR. He's going to play against the Panthers for the Bills. 3rd down. They only send 3. Stepping up, looking to throw on the run into the end zone. Diving attempt incomplete. Seth Anderson, the intended target. Yeah, but Kelly's done, I think. After this season, I think they're going to work out a buyout. 4th and 12. Red losers draft pick get fined heavily? Yes, 100%. Field goal right down the pipe. He's a Kraken fan, but that's different. You can root for teams in different cities. $10-0 your score. After the first 2 possessions. Good start here. Some Yankee fan Tukas from New York? He's not. He just got into baseball like a couple months ago. That's a Cowboys fan and Atlanta Braves fan. I can see that. I definitely see that. They're both like the teams of America. I mean, Braves were everywhere because of TBS. I think the option is to be a Prince fan. For me, goes Florida. No, he's going to stay at Notre Dame. They tried contacting him for me. He hung him immediately. There's no chance for him goes. He banned one of the Brewers? He lives in Milwaukee. Or around that area. He didn't bandwagon the Brewers. How much cost of an NHL team? I'm not sure. He literally lives in Wisconsin now. I don't know like where exactly. So he lives in Wisconsin. Like he goes to Brewers games. That's why he likes the Bucks too. He's all in Wisconsin sports right now. See if it just Wazoo Network now? It seems that way. And then the occasional ACC game. Yeah, but there's no chance streaming goes. Right, he lived in Westchester. Yeah. But he was never a baseball fan. Like, he was only a football fan, really. He never got into, like, pro basketball or MLB until recently. But he moved to Wisconsin? I've been talking about it for a while. He moved a couple of months ago. Moved over this summer. He bought the house last year. He's been talking about it for a while, but he just moved to Wisconsin. It's right around the first week of August. We didn't know that. He's been promoting it a lot. He's been at a lot of Brewers games, too. He's gone to like 5 or 6 Brewers games already this year. Kickoff. Field in the end zone taken out. Right, was the Bucks fit? Right. Returns on the 15-yard line. That's it. Parrish going nowhere. I became a Bucks fan during their finals run. From New York to Wisconsin. Also, you have to remember, too, New York prices are insane. Like, you want to go to an event for, like, a Knicks game or a Mets game, Yankees game. It can be a lot compared to, like, Brewers or Bucks. I'll say that gets a pass. Good. It's hilarious. Brian Kelly recently leaving Notre Dame said they can only go so far, and then Freeman takes for the championship, like, the second year. I love it. Freeman's a good guy. I love, like, Marcus Freeman's the most likable coach in college football. And Kelly is the most unlikable. Going deep, and that's intercepted at the 35-yard line. Lutmer down the sideline, 20, 15 and 10. Breaks another tackle, gets another block. He's in. Touchdown Iowa off a pick 6. It is going to be a 3-score game. Lindsey on the corner route. Luntmer read it all the way. The redshirt sophomore getting his team high 2nd pick of the season. And it's 16-0. Wow, Cooler State. Big Poor is back on the active roster. Oh my god. I can't think of Poyer the same way. Kelly has way too much baggage, yeah. I mean, he literally killed the guy. I mean, his incompetence killed a person. Like, he will never be forgiven for that. 17-0 Iowa. What a start for the Hawkeyes. I'm switching. No, we're not switching yet. Won't be a 3-score game because I missed right left. Or go right down the middle. But you're supposed to Kelly's a person? I don't know. What do you mean Paterno? Petrino or Paterno? Paterno, yes. I don't know if you mean Paterno or Petrino. Has he given us one day? We might. We're not at that point yet. We're definitely not at that point. So again, we got a Hundo Jack to do this one too. So the threshold is a lot higher. You'll never impress in your life no matter how successful you are. The forklift incident, yeah. Basically, it was very, very windy. It was extremely windy. Extremely unsafe. Like, the weather was awful. It was super windy. And Kelly basically made a guy film on a tower despite high winds that were very unsafe to film on. And the tower collapsed and he died. I want to go to Sirius and Bridges are only a quarter mile away from me. So bad, but I'm already really far away. Just gotta get back. It's not too far away, but I mean, you got time. You got 2 hours. Yeah, I linked the, I linked it. Brian Kelly. As Bama with the pick 6. On a bobbled ball. They take it to the house. Everyone's happy Notre Dame hired Freeman or Fickle. Yeah, Freeman's just a likable guy. And I know a guy that, like, one of my best friends from college works at Notre Dame athletic department. It's, Freeman's a great guy. No one has a bad thing to say about Freeman. Easy guy to root for. And I think the way he handled the loss to NIU was phenomenal. Like, no coach would do that. Never heard Brian Kelly by name until now? Oh, yeah. You 5 points covered it? Yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, Brian Kelly's awful, yeah. Like, it's funny when Notre Dame went from, like, the least likable coach to the most likable. So it was like the Jaguars. Like, we went from, like, Doug Peterson, who never was transparent at all and just brushed off everyone, to Liam Cohen, who's now, like, the most accessible guy out there. Will give, like, 2-minute answers on press conferences and give you unprecedented access. Like, it's a complete 180. Like, Notre Dame, like, you can hate Notre Dame, but you can't hate Freeman. A lot of options are higher. Yeah, a lot of good options. We're not anywhere close to that point yet. It's not like Indiana, UCLA, where, like, I think it's a little bit different with Indiana, UCLA, because, first off, that wasn't, like, a hundo jack. Ball to 25 on the touchback. But also, that game, the spread was 28, or 27.5. Versus this game, where spread's a little bit closer, like going from Simmer to KO. Yeah. It's like the whiplash from it. But there are some good options. Alabama's leading. Iowa's leading. Kelly Spring Prison, I'm with you there. Freeman's incompetence shown in the championship. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about obviously the 4th down call. We did a dumb decision on that, right? His time just ran out, but I thought it was fine. It was fine as a coach. Just time just ran out. Happens to everyone. Ball at 25 here for Minnesota. After the pick 6, Minnesota's run 4 plays offensively. They've gone 3 and out and a pick 6. Down 17-0. This game just started. Hand up the gut, nothing doing. Fame will go nowhere. The school of the dog mascot? I'm going to have to be a bit more specific on that one. A little bit more specific. It's like 20,000 of them. There's Gardner Webb, there's UNC Asheville, there's Georgia. there's UMBC. No wonder everyone hates Brian Kelly. Yep. 2nd and 10. One of the top, two at the bottom. Man in motion here is Tracy to the top of the screen. Lindsey, play action. They're going to send 4. Lindsey, plenty of time. Middle of the field, overthrown. Had his man. It's been a rough day for Lindsey so far. Have the best against the spread record of any coach? He might have. The American Conference, I have not seen that new commercial. Oh, no, Wilmington is where? All right. Northwestern's the Wildcats. Oh, no. You mean for the You Make the Call. Oh, I'm an idiot. For You Make the Call, that's Northeastern, yes. For You Make the Call, that's Northeastern. Okay. My bad on that one. I just put 2 and 2 together. Packers, Iowa, and Yankee. Oh, man. 3rd and 10, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Lindsey, slam pass, that's caught. Shy of the sticks. Good tackle. Gain of 6 for Drew Biber. And they'll have to punt it away. Last one did not go through, JP. More slate takeaways. Venable seed is getting pretty hot at this point. Virginia is again a bit too close for my liking. I think Virginia loses another game the rest of the way. UNC's got no offense. The punt here by Weston. This one, a shank. Yeah, so the options to make the call for college basketball, Northeastern, Colgate, and MIT against Harvard. Those are the options. That's a bad punt. I was going to get her after like 20 yards of net. Might have been tipped. No, that wasn't tipped. John's for the 500 of Minnesota start 5 and 2. That's a great question. And I wish I knew the answer to, because right now they are not looking sharp. I'm with you on that with Brian Kelly. Which game do you want, Johnson? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, how they beat Nebraska last week by a lot will be a mystery. I mean, their non-conference schedule is not great. I mean, Buffalo, Northwestern State. I mean, that's how they started. Rutgers at home, Purdue at home. They're not good. Nebraska was really the shocker. Which game do you want, Johnson? Appreciate you, man. So it's really Rutgers, Purdue, and then 2 schools that were guarantee games. It's both a 45-yard line, a 14-yard punt. And Mark's stepping up. He's going to take off and run. He will slide shy of the sticks. Gain of 9. Give me Harvard. All right, give you Harvard. Appreciate you, man. Harvard, MIT. Beautiful. Gets you number 2 as well. Guys coming hot today. I appreciate you guys a ton with the donations. You Rutgers and I'm winning today, yes. Well, maybe Purdue. So, 2 of the worst schools in the conference. 2nd down. Glad to see another person who wants to do the Geniuses of Harvard Classic. I love it. 1 of the top, 2 of the bottom. This is going to be the only chance to get a MIT game. Jet sweep. And we'll be balled up behind the line. No gain. 3rd and 2. Taken down on the play by Lucas Finnessy. Punting was a decision? No, it was 4th and a mile. Or 4th and 4. Your own territory. You just don't expect a 14-yard shank. Thoughts on NFL and 4-barrier games in college football season? I mean, that's always the case. Cujo, I'm on your side on this one. I'm on your side. I like college, but I'm an NFL guy first. Now, I think there is something that the best... we're not going to Heidi... We can Heidi, but it's not going to be a quick Heidi, if that makes sense. I think the best college games are better than the best NFL games. In terms of excitement, but... on average, the NFL games clear the college games. I'm with you on that one. I've always been with you on that one. 4-4 short, not against this Iowa defense. 3rd and 2. When we get back, I'll put a poll up. College way better than NFL? I mean, I see both sides. I really do. I see both sides. As we get one of the greatest traditions in sports... time for the wave. which we are staying on for with the Children's Hospital. Always one of the coolest traditions out there at the end of the first quarter. Liverpool's in the crap right now. They're losing to Brentford. That's not a good sign. For me, NASCAR's better than football. I'm not a NASCAR guy. I never have been. Before the force is not short. Not at all. Dan Campbell win for it? Yeah, that's Dan Campbell. I'm not even sure he goes for it there. 4th and 4? In your own territory? I'm not sure he goes for it. Helmet's feeble in 26. They'll sign no one. Except for like bring back like Alonso, like a 2-year deal. If you like what you see, folks, if you like, button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. For us to me even more. Pros for the college comes to football. I'm with you there. I like college basketball better than NBA though. I definitely like college basketball. As you can turn on stream before the Super Bowl, I decline. Yes. Well, that was a while ago. You know, I would do Daytona. With a Hundo Jack, I would do it. I think there was something else that day, if I'm not mistaken. This year, I'm not sure because of the... What the heck was that, Vanderbilt? This is one of the greatest one-yard losses I've ever seen. What the heck was that play? My best one's the other way around. I like college a lot better. What was that play? What team does Sturm will go to with no Brahmas? I think he's done. I think he's a fraud. He's Strong as a fraud. He wasn't even that good when he kicked. Now he's playing wide receiver in a flag football game. He was like the worst kicker in the league before. He's done. It's a publicity stunt. Hockey's fun to watch. Broncos starts way better than any college game this decade. Oh, that's not true. That was a good game. But that's not true. Any game this decade? Bama, Georgia was great last year. Also, last year's Sugar or Peach Bowl, ASU, Texas. Yeah, I wish to jump, yes. Gracia Tony a few years ago, that was a punishment stream. That was a punishment stream, that's why he did it. Because I don't know how to, like, commentate on it. I'd do it for Hundo Jack. 100% I'd do it. I mean, this year with the Olympics, I don't know what the schedule's going to be like, but we'll see. We're going to say 22, yeah. Progressive Dog Park, Star Low percent like cartoons. Definitely I like cartoons. The kickers would benefit if he did good, yeah, but he's a joke. Chemistry's still rolling, we'll see. Long ways to go in that season. Obviously, we got about like 35 games left. A lot can change. We go to the second quarter here. Problem I don't like about... I think the thing with motorsports that gets me is that you can be running a great race and then one idiot just wrecks you. And then you're done. My team football program, I don't know if they do. It's not D1. One on the top, two at the bottom. Back to his left, 3rd and 3. Hand off to the side, and he'll get it. Needed 3, got 3. Molden to the 35-yard line. I was just thinking I want to win this one. How we find Little Princess? I don't know. I think Joe requested it. Yeah, the first 3 quarters was not that good. Last year, I'm like, curling? Yeah, that we will do curling over everything else. I love curling, unironically. Unironically, I think curling is the best sport in the Olympics. Like, I went nuts when the USA got that 5 frame in the 8th against South Korea, or in the championship of 2018, the gold medal match. Handoff gain of 6 down to the 29-yard line. Johnster with a 4. Appreciate you, man. Next state to get a Big 4 sports team that does not have one right now. Ooh. I would say it's either going to be Virginia, Louisville. Kentucky's a good pick. 2nd and 4. Going deep. Mark, end zone. Caught with a man draped over him. Touchdown, Iowa. Reese Vanderzee. RVZ with a TD, and Iowa pouring on right now. They've scored every drive. 23-0. This one will stay with till the half at least. And what sport? All right. Yeah, I'll get you on Harvard Preacher Fan. I'm going to say $2 Super Sticker. They have to tell me what sports team that sticker applies to. All right, I'll do it. We'll do it. Thumbnail. I did see that. Yeah, they changed the thumbnail. I'm thinking either Omaha. Come on with it, too. Appreciate you, man. Gets you in the top 3. I'll get you on the Colgate game. Extra point is good. All right, so blushing pear. So the pear is blushing. What does that play? Vikings are feeble. Okay, remember that. So a pear. I think what a pear would be. Oh, you got a lot of... You got Vince Coleman? Oh, man, I'm jealous, man. That's awesome. 24-0 your score. All right. What team it applies to? I'm trying to figure out. But also, yeah, in terms of... First of all, we'll do the big 4. Nebraska with Omaha, potentially. But I don't see that happening. I would say... Most likely Kentucky with Louisville. I'll go Kentucky with Louisville. If NBA expands to 36... I think Louisville will be a good spot. V-Dub with the tour. Of course, you know which game. I'll get you on it. Get you on it. All right, so pear. I'm going to guess blushing pear for like pair of chokes. Pear. It could be the Mets. A blushing pear. Alabama with expand Birmingham. That's not going to happen. Appreciate the tour on that one. I'm going to guess pear. Well, Austin area. Well, we're talking like states that don't have a team. Austin, the state of Texas, has teams. I'm not saying into the mist. Right, UFL's going to Louisville. Yes, which is a good move. They're going to play at the UFL Stadium. Or the USL Stadium. I like that a lot. I like what this commissioner's doing. I like what our poll's doing. Did you guys see this video? There you go. Yeah, Roberts, I don't know what he was doing. Basis loaded bringing Sheehan. I don't get it. I don't get that. Pair of feebleness. Pair of... I mean, it could be pear. No, I'm trying to figure out the super sticker because it's a blushing pear. It's a blushing pear, so I'm trying to figure out. Like, I don't think the pear messed up. I'm thinking pear, so like 2, pair of 2. Yeah, Columbus has a team now, which is good. Pair of 2. Most shocking team besides Sunderland? I expect Nottingham to bottom out like this. I expect Force to bottom out like this. I guess Blue Jays pair of World Series wins. Vikings pair of feebleness, losing the playoffs and losing the regular season. Lose at SoFi. The 3 games are high possibility. Probably Bama score at this point. Or Mizzou Vandy. Bonus are great, yeah. 24-0 your score. Minnesota ball to 25. They have not run a play in plus territory yet. They have not gotten a first down. Over on CBS. Yeah, I'm stumped, Kamana. I'm stumped. I'm trying to figure out what pair is. It's a blushing pair. Right, every team's playing at soccer stadiums, which is the way it should be. That's the way it should be. I was like, I'm not doing any 2. I'm trying to figure out what the 2 is. I don't want to, like... trying to figure out what it is. It gets in the top 3, too. I'm trying to figure out what the pair is. Yeah, Stallions at least can fill it out, and it looks good at least. The lower level. First down, head up on the stretch play, nothing doing, loss of 2. Am I on the right track? Pair of feebleness? Okay. So I'm on the right track of feebleness. Okay, so it could be anything. Okay. Okay, so I'm on the right track. Mets getting Mullins and Mets getting Helsley. A pair of feeble losers in the at the trade deadline. That's what I'm going to lock it in on. Well, Sheehan's allowed to run every game this postseason. 2nd and 12, they're going to send 4. Loses the ball. And then recovered by Marcellus Marshall. It's right guard after a loss of 7. Wait, was whatever this about 15 minutes in? There's more discrepancy between good and bad games. Bad for Nestler, having to call this game State, Illinois, Washington, yeah. Sheehan this postseason been pretty bad. Yeah, the Floyd Rosedale, it's not looking pretty right now. Not looking great. Cujo, I agree with you. I'm literally on your side on this one. Esper, he'll do well too, yes. Has to avoid the sack and cannot. Back of the 13-yard line goes Lindsay. It's a quick 3 and out. I literally agree with you. You were arguing with a wall at this point. I agree with you. I've never said. I said the best games of college might be better than the best games of the pros. The best being the key word there. Yeah, it was ugly, yeah. Rival matchup I want to see bigger, that's what we get. Yeah, I'm shocked by this. I literally am agreeing with you. Listen from the kitchen? Oh, no, you're good. I said the best college games might be better than the best pro games. No, I'm not. I'm on your side. The punt field at the 50, and I got space to the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Are you kidding me? He's gone. He's gone. Wet Jen. Turning on the Jets. It's 30-0. You can tell, it's going to be interesting. I like it. He was good at Tennessee. Oh my goodness. Are we going to do another Heidi? We'll have to do another Heidi. We'll give it one more drive. We'll give it one more drive. Yeah, Bluegrass Miracle. Yeah. We will give it one more drive. Rashad Forrest, a bit surprised. I'll go one more drive on this. And then... I'm thinking it's either Bama or Mizzou Vandy. All right, here's what we're going to do. Extra point is good. The highest donation from now to the end of the next drive decides the Heidi, whether you want Bama Scar or Mizzou Vandy. You mean Senga? Oh, okay. I was thinking Mullins and Helsley, but that works. That works. We're on the right track. Right, this one's crazy. I did not think this was possible. Okay, yeah, that one's also scoreless. Yeah, I don't know the Heidi yet. Do we go Bama or do we go Mizzou Vandy? Where Bama's gonna open up? I'm a bit worried about that. Well, it's supposed to be 31-0. I didn't see that. Let's gotta get the graphics in for the next Heidi. Minnesota's not that good this year. They've been some crap teams, but. Then want Halsey or Mullins? People want Halsey at a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Woke up at darts. Miles up, give me Scar. All right. If John Sturd's donation holds up, Sports Talk with a tenner, he's going Bama. All right, Sports Talk is going Bama. Which game do you want, Sports Talk, in terms of the, do you make the call? Which game do you want? Appreciate you, man. Most amount for the next one was Bama. Yeah, the second place was Bama on that one. Illinois Washington was served. Vandy was a distant fourth. But which game do you want, Sports Talk? You want Harvard? Well, I thought I was going to win. I didn't think that. Same as me. No changes there. There you go. You want Harvard to get you on it. Counts as triple. Appreciate you, man. So I'll get everything loaded up for Bama. Okay, give me a second here. I did not expect it to be over us. All good. Yeah, I mean, you've been walking a lot today. We'll give it one more drive. Just because I have to get the graphics set anyways. So, not like I can do anything just yet. Like for height, it takes like 5 minutes to get everything in. Yeah, Bama seems most fair to Heidi too. I agree. It's a close game. Seems like a good option. 7-3 in that one. Well, we're staying on for now. 19,000 steps. Wow, that's a lot. That's like my day at Disney World. It's a lot of steps. All right. Let me just load up all these graphics again. We're going to stay on this for the moment. We always go to a more competitive game if need be. Which song has been the last 5 years? Yeah, great question. There was a state quarter 20 minutes for UConn, Rice, and Utah State, New Mexico. I'm guessing that's just halftime. It's usually what that just means. I better top 25 for this? I think they will be. For a performance like this, they should be. Give me a second here, guys. Gotta get everything loaded up. Yeah, the 2 games we did are just blowouts. 8-2, 0-2-2-B. 31-0 after the touchback. First down, the toss play here. That'll get 2. 2nd and 8. Minnesota's not on a first down. Do 20,000 steps? I do not do that. I will give me some of the promo color someone already. Yeah, that's what you know. Well, Navy survived the next 4 weeks. They're winning the American. Yeah, I would think so. Triple option start to stop. 79 levels of bad. Yeah, middle of the field. That's caught. Finally, a first down. Down to the 48. Congratulations, Minnesota. You finally got a first down. 21 yards. But I would 61 wouldn't have a shot to make the playoffs. If they have 2 losses, I think they're in. 2 loss side with the way they're playing, they could be in. First down, they go quick. Lindsey, middle of the field, behind his man, incomplete. Looking for Brockington. He's starting 20,000 steps. Help me. Yep. Well, I don't have time to do 20,000 steps. But I do work out. I do a lot of cardio at the gym, which is nice. But or is this not fun? But it's something you gotta do. 2nd and 10. Toss play here to the 45, and that's where we brought down. We're up 3rd and 3. Just here for a while? Makes sense. You still got time to kill. I get it. Your back hurts? Yeah. Don't mess around with that. Yeah, no, it was 46. It was never close. It was never close. There was literally no one left in my party when it was 40-6. Like, everyone left. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Lindsey back to his left. Fisherman with the Longhorns Monday. Nice. Lindsey pressured. He'll be sacked. The 44-yard line. Again. You don't want to get on a bus where you don't know where it goes. Byron the Yusuf quarterback, NFL quarterback? I don't know on that. I need to watch a bit more of him. Grand Canyon stream? We'll do Grand Canyon basketball at some point, I think. Okay, I need to load up everything. They're going to punt it away here. The best right bullpen user than Roki? Yeah. The pun here by Weston. We are about 21 minutes into this game. That's a touchback. His rough day continues. We'll be at the 20. We'll have to get the graphics in. We're going to hide in that game. We are hiding to Scar. Don't worry. We are hiding to Scar. I have to get the graphics in. It's not like I can just flip a switch. I have to get everything in, thumbnail-wise, graphics-wise. Because this game is already... I mean, my God, this game is already over. September 3rd, World Series Travelers have to watch Ravens Dolphins. Yep, we are stuck with that game. Okay. Just give me a second here, guys. I just have to get everything up. How's it going, Doc? I appreciate you, man. About to flip off this game to a more competitive game. 3.5 miles in less than 3.5 hours combined. All right. So we are going to flip. So don't worry on that. We are flipping. But if we just wind up back at the SEC. We had a doubleheader with the Big Ten. We just wind up back at the SEC. Alright, I just gotta adjust this. Change that. Oops. Perfect. Right, thumbnail gonna be in. The perfect to hide a controversial game is, yeah. Nothing like doing the walking track at the YMCA for a couple hours. The walking track by gym is pretty cool. I like that one. These games say yes. Certainly games. Certainly games on the docket. So we are going to Heidi. To a more competitive game. So to get everything loaded up, including emojis. You think Harwell's fired mid-season? I doubt that. Highly doubt that. Right, let me see if I can get this up. So I was got it. I just have to get the Heidi in. Yo, luck we had today. It's been rough today. Sometimes it's happening with college football. And we'll flip over in just a second. Are we hiding out in the second quarter? They can come back. If I trademark that, I've not. I've not trademarked either of those. Because it's 31-0, there is no chance Minnesota comes back and wins this one. So to call for what it is, there is no chance they come back and win. Watch World Series game 2 be like 15-0, fourth thing we hide to LSU A&M, yeah. NFL game we never hide out of. Never done that. If I had a nickel for every time today, I had to hide a big time match before halftime. 2 nickels, switching a lot, but it's worth the 7 twice. Yep. Alright. So let me just get the emojis in, and then we will officially commence the Heidi. Apologies about that, guys. Obviously, did not expect this when this game started. I don't think anyone did. Got a good one down in South Carolina. So I'll just get these emojis in, then we will officially have a Heidi. You make the call basketball? Yes. Northeastern Colgate and MIT Harvard. I want to tell Comics, Sans, Bengals, Ravens. Yep. Base coming with 35 points? Yeah, but I don't see any indication that they're going to come back in this one. I could be wrong. But I usually have pretty good sense on these Heidi's. Whether they're legit or not. So we're going to flip off, go to Bama Scar. Let me just get everything in on that. 423. Wait, hang on. 423719. 423719. We had 2 items of the same thing before. Yes, that has happened. We did, I think we did a game that we flipped out of for Arizona State BYU, and then we did Notre Dame against Army, and that got so ugly we flipped over to like Boise, Wyoming. How long have we need? Yeah. But if instead of leaving him in, ooh. Iowa punting it away. But again, this one is done and dusted with Craft 481. Just a better viewing experience here. It's a better stream experience too. All right. Emojis are in. Stream has been changed. Now let's just change the scoreboard. All right. The Heidi is officially commenced. Just adjust the clock and everything I need to there. So make it 2-0. I hope they do. Second and 14 for the Gamecocks. Can you give me a second here? There's a 3rd and 14. Have a great throw. Yep. So you get the. I think you got the foot in bounds. Yeah. Right, but just this offense for Minnesota has done nothing. This Iowa defense is not allowing more than 31. The double Heidi. Yep. Sometimes it do be like that. But emojis are in. Officially speaking. There you go, Cujo. Got that in. Gotta get that one in. It's a weird day of college football. All right. 3rd and 14. Ball to 37. Missed a field goal last time, so trying to get a bit closer to field goal range here. Sellers pressured. Avoids the sack somehow. Ducks underneath it. He's going to run. He'll get a yard or two. Keeps him relatively in range, depending on how they want to do. Worst we're going to need the call ever? Yeah, this was a rough one. Sometimes it happens. Can we wait for this to turn to 35-3? I don't know. Scar defense playing well. Again, the touchdown they allowed was pick 6 off a bobble. So, defense doing its job. Fourth and 12. Ball to 35. See what they decide to do. Kind of a no man's land here. 53-yard try. Play clock's running down. They might just stick to the delay of game. And then punt it away. But no, they're going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 left. Yeah, that was the best, Cujo. That was great. Yeah, I don't know the games we're calling next Saturday because they haven't announced the times. And then, obviously, number 2, I don't know if we're doing Game 7 of the World Series or not because we don't know if there is going to be a Game 7. But we have 18 to choose from, yes. I will bet you a lot of money Minnesota does not win this game. Scar runs the table where they rank next year? Probably not that high. I mean, because they're going to lose Sellers. If they run the table, they're going to lose Sellers to the NFL draft. 1.6% chance to win it? Yeah, they're not winning it. The NFL is investigating the Ravens, by the way, about the Lamar Jackson situation. And how they handle the thing. One will call it Scar to my students. No, I called Scar. A lot of people call it Scar. $3, all right. Game on. $3 on that, all right. $3 on that. I will do 100 times multiplier on that one. So for every dollar, I'll give 100. If that makes sense. So if you want to, so 3, I'll give you 300. I will give you $300 if Minnesota comes back and wins this game. Oh, I was the first person I heard called? Oh. All my friends call him Scar. So if you want to raise it, I'll do that, but every 100, I'll give you every 100. So if they come back Right, Bama says long live the king. That makes sense. Perfect. Yeah. So $3, I'll give you 300. If not, you owe me 3. If you want to go 10, I'll give you 1,000. I should note the money line for this game has been turned off. More than 9 minutes, I better go for it. We'll see. Remember, going to be fine to lose a draft pick? They'll be fined. I don't know about draft pick, but they're going to be punished. Because they obviously botched the injury report. Which, especially with the whole casino situation with the NBA, that's a horrible punt, too. Especially now. I mean, the Falcons got docked for Bijan Robinson. Minnesota punted again, yep. Minnesota punted the ball. And we got the emojis in for these teams now. With Bama and South Carolina. Everything is in. We flipped the game over. Lamar controversy? So Lamar was listed as a full participant in practice. And now he's ruled out for the game. Turns out he didn't practice yesterday. He was with the scout team. So he should never have been listed as a full participant. So that was the issue. Minnesota, yeah. And it has to be number 1 fiction because Ohio State's playing their butts off, but Rams was a pick, fact, or fiction. I'm going to say fact. Or a heavy fine. They'll get summoned. They're going for on 4th and 12. One top 3 at the bottom. We'll see if they're just string him the hard count here. If they're actually going to go for on 4th and 12. Kind of in no man's land here. After the timeout. Sellers 3 on the clock. Will they get this off? They're going to snap it. They're going. Sellers. Middle of the field. That's caught. The decision to go on 4th and 12 works out. In the red zone go the Gamecocks. As Jaden Sellers, the true freshman. For a first down at the 12-yard line. Yeah, the Jaguars taking calls from BTJ. Oh, you're good, Top. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, he's right now playing very scared. I don't think anything's going to materialize. I think he's still going to be a Jaguar, but he's playing very scared right now. And I don't know if that can be fixed. Harbaugh done in Baltimore for the season? I think he could be. Indiana makes 12 set win the Big Ten. Fact. That's a fact on this one. First down, QB draw. Sellers tries to bounce outside to the 10. Bounce outside a second time. A third time. Makes another man miss. And he runs in for a touchdown. There's a flag on the play, though. Probably in the area of holding. Probably in the area of holding. Well, Scar going for a 4th and 12 down 4. Well, they were also no man's land. Minnesota was in no man's land. You're having the Giants. I'll take away day 3 pick. Yeah. It's going to be holding. Yep. Had a feeling there was some laundry on that one. You bounce outside that much. There's going to... I think it was the first time was the bounce outside. They'll get this one, I believe, on tree. Yeah, they get on tree. Yeah, just grabbing a whole host of LT Overton. So take the touchdown off the board, make it 1st and 20. Harbaugh gets fired unless they make the playoffs. I think if they go 9 and 8, they'll be fine. But if they go like 5 and 12, how about Browns to go 26? I think Giants. I would think the Giants. 1st and 20. That's the right call on the hold. We got some laundry. 6:40 to go in the first half. And appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. Play action. Screen pass. Caught, but no gain. Followed up immediately. Donovan Murph thrown to the ground. On a vicious hit by Yanze Pierre. But they're going to get a flag. I think the whistle blew on that one. And Pierre, when he threw him to the ground, the play was over at that point. Yeah, he picked him up. He suplexed him. Yep. That's a bad personal foul going against Bama. It's the right call. You can't suplex the guy. Play was over at that point. Vanny ties up a through with field goal. Yep. A new set of downs for the Gamecocks. A dumb foul there. Yeah, he'd be the best coach to call the boot. Oh, by far. South Carolina. Now 1st and 10 for the penalty by Pierre. We'll all be at the 12-yard line. DQ with an eye poke? Yeah, I mean, eye poke, he should be DQ'd. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom here. Sellers in the gun. Motions his wide out over. Space on. The running back. They're going to send 4. Sellers. Pressured. Scrambles out of it. They're going to get holding on the play. Pump fakes and he runs out of bounds for a gain of 1. Never sure I got word of Wink. No, Wink was terrible. Why is Harvard's H half transparent, half white? The background remover was weird on this one. I don't know why. I wish it wasn't like that. That's the best thing I could get at before it just got all funky. Pressure gets the original holding. Yep, and now we got another holding. So 3 straight penalties. Make it 1st and 20. So the thing with a guy like Sellers is that if he scrambles out, you do leave yourself susceptible to getting holding penalties, and that's the right call. As it's that is Josiah Thompson, number 74, the left tackle, the sophomore. Just throws his man to the ground. Okay, continue to be disqualification. Ooh. 1st and 20. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right. They're going to run the speed option. We'll get nothing. Going to lose 3. Matt Fuller taken down at the 24-yard line. John Shire Sarkis, head coach. Oh, God. Wingburst Bowen? That was pretty bad, yeah. What sports team emoji should be added? I mean, when we do other sports, we'll we get rid of the flag emoji when we're not doing football. 2nd and 23, they're going to send 4. Sellers, high throw incomplete. Off the hands of Jared Brown, brings up 3rd down. Sark leaves with Art Stuff another year, now what for Texas? I don't know. I don't know at that point. Brian Callahan get a coordinator job? No. No, he'll have to get a coaching job. He never should have been hired as a coordinator in the first place, let alone as a head coach. Or the couple I asked, yeah. Cleared no contest? Ooh. So 3rd and 23, 5 to go. Trips to the top, back to his right. Sellers going to throw. They send 4. Sellers, middle of the field, angle route, caught by his back. Well shy of the sticks at the 17-yard line. That's Jordan Dingle, the tight end. Make it 4th and 15. Yeah, when we do soccer, we'll do that. World Cup, we'll do that for sure. Don't worry, for soccer, when we do the World Cup, for just from the OC, they have the money, they could do a lot. They have the money where they could get any coach they wanted. When McCallum made a coordinator, I mean, he called the plays in Tennessee, sucked, and gave up play calling duties. It's kind of important for an OC. 34-yard try here for William Joyce. 1 for 2 today. Make it 2 for 3. Just how they hate brawls, but they love videos of it. Yep. Makes no sense why they made that the thumbnail. If you make that the thumbnail, JSN dunking over the goalpost, I mean, that should be a penalty. It should be a fine. Again, I have no problem with that. You don't want to damage the equipment. I get it. But you make that the thumbnail to your video. Don't promote it. That sucks. That's hypocritical in so many ways. Someone's 59 feels like 49? Maybe that's Winchell? What could be like an Olympic Star Tremendous scenario? Not really. There's only one game on at a time during the World Cup. So, it's not entirely like that. There's some days where you have 2 at once. But for the most part, no. Right back just said, question my life and exists for less than 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Minnesota today. What smaller college coach makes move to Texas? Well, I don't think it'd be a smaller coach. I don't think it'd be a smaller coach at all. My favorite few externals would not be hypocritical. Yep. Story of life right there. Yeah, they would poach a big name. They have the money to do it. Fisher Winchell, 57 cm layered. Huh. Right, have all this give by their own rules? Yep. Plan to do all the games? That's the game plan. Talking about all the games, but a good chunk of them. About all the games. There might be some I don't do, but for the most part, we're going to do everything with the World Cup. Pitt's the new streak ACC team with SMU's loss. Yep. SMU's done. Sick of forking them. Giving it Texas. That's what I was thinking. How you do games back to back? I've done it before. Not often, but we did it last year at one point. There was one point last year where we Heidi to an ASU game, and then we did Notre Dame against Army, I believe, or it was Navy. I think it was either Army or Navy. We did one of them, and it was so bad that we Heidi out. Pulling a Carlos Boozer? I have no idea what that is. You want to go to the NFL? Let me see. Do they have him project? What's his NFL draft status right now? Yeah, right now he's not projected to go very high. Maybe day 3. Does he want to wait for a different SEC job? Well, Florida's got ties to Florida. He used to be at Florida. He's got sentimental value for him. This kid's got a scholarship there. His girlfriend or his wife, their first date was at Florida. So he would go, like, he's always admired Spurrier. You know what I mean, Marvin? That was Week in Life. That was the one, yes. Twice in one stream. We've done that before, too. Kickoff, Phil at the goal line, taken out to 10-15, and down the 19-yard line on the return by Rico Scott. Bama takes a 20-point lead. Minnesota's within one score. We headed back to that game. I don't think that's happening. I think you're going to have to owe me $3. Yeah, Iowa State by 14 on BYU. I had Iowa State winning that one. People just slept on Iowa State this year. Even after back-to-back losses. I have always thought they're a good team. Big 12 just cannibalizing each other. It's going to be a one-bid league. Ball to 19. 2 eyes in one stream. I think it was a while ago. In the pistol here. Bernard in motion to the top. Simpson. They're going to send 4. Out route. Caught by Bernard. And we brought down by the legs of the 29-yard line by Judge Collier. See if they give him the spot. Either way, it's a nice play to start. Who's left for Texas? Again, they could get anyone. Texas is a school that's big enough that has the funds. They can poach anyone they want. Like, you could go for Lanning. You could go Simpson stepping up, middle of the field, open, caught at the 49. That's Ryan Williams, a sophomore. Back-to-back nice passes by him. Pac-12 still Power 5. They are. Yep. Technically speaking. Future 5. Like, they could get anyone. Go Georgia Tech. Hand up the middle. Down to the 47. They're in plus territory. Only 2 weeks left in high school football regular season. Yep, we're wrapping up that. 2 eyes Delaware Jacksonville State Stream. Yes, we did do that. Yeah, they could go Brinky. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Empty backfield. Simpson pressure. Gets rid of it. Low throw. Incomplete over the middle of the field. Looking for Bernard. Brings up 3rd down. You know, Texas isn't firing Sark. There's rumors that Sark could go to the NFL. He's interested in the Titans job, apparently. Yeah, Kirby's off the table. Right, obviously, like, big-time programs are not going to be able to poach. 2 at the top, back to his right. I'll have to check that game out. Simpson pressured. Escapes the sack. Now fires on the run. A floater. That's a beautiful play. Caught by his back at the 30. 25-20. Breaks a tackle to the 10. Down at the 8-yard line. Daniel Hill. What a play there. Extending it. Getting out of the sack. Getting out of the pocket. Escaping the sack. It's a nice block there too by Wilkin Formby. And floats it up. Perfect touch on that ball to Hill for a first down. Lanning, no, he's a Willie Majula alum. College stepping ever be changed to sacks against passing yards? They should. First and goal, Simpson keeps himself on the option to the 5, and he'll dive down to 2. I'll take us to a 2-minute timeout. I just give Kurt an extension. Next 5 teams to get stadiums in the NFL. Ooh, okay. Whew, man. I don't know on that one. Right now, what? Yeah, high school football's almost wrapping up. Yep. Most win team of college basketball this season? I know UConn was an 8 last year. I think they could be a could be a 1 seed this year. UConn's gonna make a jump this year. Right, he could go to Texas, yeah, he could. Next teams get stadiums. I mean, the Bills, right, Bills, Titans, we know. Jaguars, sort of. Commanders, Broncos, Browns. So wait, Broncos, Commanders, Browns, Bears. Yeah, Commanders are going to get one. Browns are getting one. Bears are getting one. So there you go. Yeah, Cleveland's getting one, yeah, in Brook Park. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're getting a new one. Right, I'll figure out who we're going to rate at the half. While we do this. How's it going, Roll Tide? Appreciate you tuning in. Rough start so far for Alabama offensively, but got the ball in the red zone at least. Simpson looking good on this drive. Let's see if we can raid one of these streamers. There's so many people doing this game. But a lot of them are bots. Did a lot of table for Wilmington. I also table for a blue and gold day. Ooh, nice. Staying busy. I like it. That's the way it should be. Like in college. That's the way it should be. Alright, I figured who we're going to raid. I haven't done this guy before. Yeah, Cowboys, if they beat the Broncos, we're going to be talking about them potentially in the playoffs. I just don't trust that defense. All right, 2nd and goal when we get back. Simpson 6 for 10, 122 thus far. He's completed 3 passes on this drive for nice chunks. South Carolina, 2 timeouts left. So you figure anything that runs the clock, they'll take a timeout so they can get the ball back. And we start off as a Minnesota-Iowa stream. That game got very out of hand very quickly. Remember that South Carolina started the game with the ball. So Bama gets it back to start the second half. So it's imperative for South Carolina that they manage this clock properly and take timeouts if Bama runs the clock. College football for tonight. Instead of the World Series, what do you make the call be? Well, LSU A&M, I would assume that would be the game that we do. I'd assume that one. We also do, as an option, Michigan, Michigan State, Tennessee, Kentucky, and probably BC, Louisville. Those would be the options. Cowboys obviously got scoring when they can. And Dak could win MVP. He could. 2nd and goal. Football's mainly number 1 everywhere, except like Indiana. They're going to hand off to the big man, Proctor. Okay, that's an interesting call, and South Carolina's going to take a timeout. We seem to be getting Proctor involved a lot. Their left tackle number 74. But the fridge, he is most definitely not. You bring a 360-pound tackle to run the ball up the gut. Gets brought down immediately by the legs. Third and goal after the timeout. By South Carolina. Simpson takes it. They're going to send 4. End zone. Caught but out of bounds. Into the hedges. How's it going, Michael? Appreciate you tuning in. Good job there. Ryan Williams, the intended target, caught the ball, but you recognize the sideline's an extra defender. The end line's another defender. Just push him out. Was in the air. Should play against the Memorial on Thanksgiving. Well, I get why they don't. I get like high school kids want to spend Thanksgiving with the family. I get that. I'm fine with not playing sports on Thanksgiving if you're like a not in college. Simpson, they're going for on 4th. End zone caught, touchdown. They go for on 4th, and Josh Cuevas, JC with a TD. The gamble pays off at Alabama. Chance to go up here by 8. As Simpson throws his 19th touchdown of the season on just 1 interception. Texas Mississippi State 10-7. Ooh. It's a nice route. Stick your foot in the ground. Get behind the linebacker. Sean Murphy never saw him. Extra point is perfect. 1:45 to go. You love going for it there? Yeah, I mean, you're inside the 5-yard line. If you get the stop. Remember, every high school football team plays against the Memorial on Thanksgiving. It's a weird tradition. That's a cool tradition. I'd rather spend Thanksgiving with the family on Thanksgiving. Now, college and pro is a different story, but high school, I don't know about that. Do they get good attendance? Like, does the community come out for that? Does the community come out for that? I didn't know about that. I know Missouri, they do that. Like St. Louis, one of the big reasons why the Cardinals Thanksgiving game failed back in the 70s was because there were high school games on Thanksgiving. (14-6), and remember, Bama gets to start the half. So if you get a stop here, you have a chance to double dip. English for the program? I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, my cousin used to play Texas high school football. It's crazy. You good attendance? Nice. Was he start at 10 a.m.? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I thought we were talking like 5 o'clock at night. So you still got Thanksgiving dinner with the family. Okay, that's a good tradition. I like that. I didn't realize that. Well, the 25 off the touchback. Yeah, I thought we were talking like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something. Get great attendance. A lot of alumni show up. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I didn't realize it was like early in the morning. That works then. I have no problem with that. Sellers in the gun here. 1:45, 1 timeout. Yeah, they finally take the time. I was going to say they called the timeout earlier. They didn't take it off the board. 45-50K in Texas? Yeah, because they play Cowboys Stadium. And brought down, sacked to the 13. We'll see if Bama takes a timeout. Justin Jefferson on the sack. Going to lose 12. And a timeout, I believe, called by the Crimson Tide. They want to get the ball back here. They want to add a possession, chance to double dip. 2nd and 22. Former high school history in college right now. Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, because I remember you saying you were in college. Jefferson coming up the A-gap. He gets his 2nd sack of the season. Wrestling Sellers to the ground. Nom on that one. So decision to call timeout there. It's a greedy one. Are we talking like the Memphis version actually good? Yeah. Well, UNC's was short. I think the Memphis one, it was close, but I think it was. So we're going to have to Heidi too? I don't know about that. If it gets like really ugly, we might just do like an overtime stream before the World Series and whatnot, which is starting in 3 hours. 2nd and 19. Trips at the top. Bama looks to get a possession back. They're going to send 4. Sellers pressure, middle of the field. That's dropped. And not only is that no gain, but it stops the clock. Gives Bama an extra timeout to work with. Again, Bama gets it to start the half. You go for it on fourth, get the touchdown to Cuevas. You can get a stop here. You really position yourself nicely. Something like St. Williams played at Fenway Park. Oh, that must be such an experience. Oh my God, that must have been incredible. 3rd and 19, Sellers. Middle of the field, batted down, incomplete. Broken up on the play by Bray Hubbard. It's a quick 3 and out. Took no time off the clock, and now the Tide getting it back. They save their timeouts. They'll have good field position here, too. But, like, I remember when my high school baseball team, I did the stats for high school baseball. They played one of their games at the Long Island Ducks stadium. That was an experience. Like, wow, we got to play a minor league stadium, like a legit minor league stadium. Like, that's incredible. So I can't imagine Fenway Park. They'll never get that chance. Cuthbert Stadium was on Shalom Avenue. The punt angled out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. That was South Carolina? No. No, time's not an issue. It's not like there's 20 seconds left. They're going to be able to drive down the field regardless. Clock stops on first down anyway. You want to try to get the first down there. Mateer, the least clutch quarterback in the SEC. Arnold's up there. Jackson Arnold. So they're him or Mateer, but it's one of the two. I would lean Jackson Arnold for least clutch. Hope Bama wins. My cousin goes there, and someone I know that's not very nice goes to Scar. It's a good reason. Well, the 35. Simpson led a touchdown drive last time. To the top, to the bomb, back to his left. They send 4. Simpson gets rid of it, going deep. Back shoulder, incomplete. Looking for Rico Scott. Brings up 2nd down. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh my God, that's great. 2nd and 10. Simpson takes it. They're going to go curl route. Caught the 43. Cuevas. 3rd and 2. Bama 2 timeouts left to their name. That one feels so nice. Want to go south next time we come here? You pick the right college then. If you like the town you're in, that's a good sign. It's a really good sign. 5 wide. Simpson. Out route. Caught. Out of bounds to the 48. Williams. First down. DQ Smith pushes him out. Right, name of the magician god, yes. No, it's a common name. It actually is it's a pretty common name. There are characters named that in shows. One of the top 3 at the bottom. Ball starts second half, Bama. They're going to send 5. Simpson going deep. 1-on-1, Williams overthrown. Jalen Kilgore on the coverage. 2nd down. 45 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. Not one's in Newark, but pretty close to each other. Yeah. I mean, the state's not that big. I mean, to be fair, Delaware's not a big state. It's like, I love Charlotte, but High Point's like 9 minutes from Charlotte. Some CLFS further than Carson Wentz would have. Well, Carson Wentz would have died on that pass. Would have taken a shot. Simpson. They're going to send 4 again. Checks it down to his back. It's caught. Lowering the shoulder. Going to get 8. And Bama will call timeout, I believe. You would think. They're not. Now they do. Yeah, with 33. Okay. 3rd and 2. 15 miles east of UD. You know, it's not bad at all. It's like Greensboro. Like, people, there are a lot of people that like, I'm not a Greensboro guy, but there are a lot of people that like some of the stuff in Greensboro. And that's like 10 miles from High Point. There's some stuff in Greensboro. I will say there's some stuff. I wouldn't want to live there, but there's some stuff there. It's more going to save a few seconds. It might have been a clock error, but yeah, I want to save about 3 more seconds if possible. Go to a play night so you can listen to the chat and make my home jokes in the chat. Let's go. Cole get a chance to mascot someone toothpaste instead of the Raiders? Yeah. The Cole Price brush. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. There's a UD building in Wilmington. Yeah, there's a lot of schools where like they have satellite campuses or buildings elsewhere. Like there's a U of A building here. Like right where I live, there's a Arizona building, but that's in Tucson, 2 hours away. So after the grab there by Hill, pass is tipped and incomplete. Bernard playing defense on that one. That's a great play by Bernard for Alabama to make sure that was not intercepted. They didn't want to say New England. Probably would have gone to Greensboro. Yeah, Greensboro's got some stuff. I want to live like downtown Greensboro, but it's very spread out. There's some stuff I really like. I like the Four Seasons Mall. I like the Palladium. Palladium's awesome, but they're going to go for it here. There's some stuff that like I wouldn't want to live there. 4th and 1. Back to his right. 2 to the bottom, 1 at the top. Cuevas in motion. Simpson going to snap it. They're going to send 4. Simpson stepping up. Going to run for the first, and he will get there. Bounces off a defender. I don't know what happened to my clock. 19 seconds left. They have a timeout. They're just spiking here. How's it going? Hip Clip's husband. Not happy right now with Oklahoma. I don't blame her. That was a rough loss. That was a really rough loss. Well, they're not spiking it. They're going. Downs are kind of irrelevant right now, but Simpson airing out to the end zone. Incomplete. Wants a flag knocking at Bernard. I don't know why they didn't spike the ball on that one. The downs are irrelevant. They're completely irrelevant there. You're not going to have enough time for 4 plays anyways. Spike, just get everyone to the line, spike it on first, and then reset. They only have 6 seconds left. You wasted 6 seconds there. Not the best clock management there by Bama. You have time for 1 play, and then a field goal to make it a 2-score game. Again, get the ball for the half. Second half, but not ideal. Yeah, they're going to get fined. Or dock a draft back. There's no excuse for that. Everyone knows the rule on that. A timeout called by Scar. They'll have none left. Congress asking to speak with Silver. Good. Hope he gets skewered. I hope he gets grilled. It's good they're asking to speak with him. That was Central Bama? Yeah, that's backlog management. I mean, the fact of the matter is that he covered it up. Silver got alerted to this by the sports books. He covered it up. He allowed the trade with the Rozier to go through despite knowing that. Why Spike have a timeout? Because the downs are irrelevant at this point. They're completely irrelevant. With 19 seconds left, they're relevant. Get to the line, spike it. There's 17 seconds left. 2nd down, 3rd down, 4th down. It's like, all right, you're not going to have enough plays anyways. Energy could host instead of AT&T. I like it at AT&T. Which logo is better? I think Wazoo's logo is better than Arkansas Pine Bluff. I get what they're going for with Arkansas Pine Bluff with the UAPB hidden inside it, but it looks very, very clip arty. And then for Halloween, I don't know yet. Probably going to the bar or that, or I'm going to be hanging out with friends. I'm not sure yet. Aztecs of 13-0. Yeah, looking good. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom for Simpson. Simpson going to try a quick shot to the sideline on the wheel, incomplete for Bernard, and now you only have 2 seconds. You have the red hoodie 2 and 3 with a black 13 and 2. Crazy superstitious right there. You can try a 57-yarder. Be in an orange jumpsuit by that afternoon, hopefully. Yeah, the books did everything right. They literally alerted the NBA. They flagged it. They have a system in place. They have safeguards in place. They flagged it. They let the NBA know, and they decided to do nothing about it. So I got to go Hail Mary here. Something SMU won. They did not. Going back home and voting early that weekend? Nice. You get those votes in. I know it's not a presidential election year or Senate election year, but get those votes in. 9 Eastern, hopefully. It's a really bad clock mention by Bama. Like second candy do every year, so I'm figuring out a way to spice it up. Ooh. Yeah. Candy can be fun if you have a lot of trick-or-treaters. If you don't have a lot of trick-or-treaters, it sucks. Like, candy do is fun. Like, where we live, we had, like, at our peak, it was like a Friday or, I think it was a Friday night, one year, Halloween 2008, I think. It fell on a Friday night. And a lot of people, the community that we live in, it really got built in, like, the late 90s. So a lot of families moved in with new kids. So, like, everyone was, like, it was a lot of people with the same demographic. And obviously people come in for the neighborhood to trick-or-treat, too. Because everyone knows it's the best spot. There were, like, 700 people that came to our house for trick-or-treating. So, like, that's cool. That one year. But if there's not a lot of trick-or-treaters, it's not as good, obviously. Well, we know they're competitive, yep. 3rd and 10. Final play. Simpson throws a swing pass. We're going to try to get blockers down the field. A la Chiefs Cowboys a couple of years ago, but it's not going to work. Bernard gets down to the 16. That'll help his stats. Game at 24, but they're not trying a Hail Mary there. There's a fight breaking out on the sideline. Ref's got to sort it out. 14-6. Not crazy about that call. If you have a Tyreek Hill kind of player, it's a lot easier. But something like that, not so much. All right. So, Sarah in town? Yes. With blackjack and hookers. And Frank doing good. What made you want to do this streaming? I just want to interact with the community. I saw a lot of people streaming. I saw, like, Tom Grosser was a big inspiration to streaming. Like, I love watching his stuff. And I was like, you know, now I got the office, I got the setup, let's stream. Why not? All right, so, just right, Hail Mary, I'm with you on that one. That was a weird end of the first half. All right, so here's the game plan. Obviously, let me flip this screen to this. All right, we're going to do a raid. So give me a second as we raid this channel. We're going to raid Gamecock Chuck. Classic stat pattern, yep. For schoolyard fights in 5th grade, oh, that's awesome. Just run an underground ring. I love that. Underground fight ring. I love it. All right. So, we'll be back for the start of the second half. 14-6. Bama gets the ball to start. See you guys in 18 minutes. All right, guys. Appreciate all you being here again. No video because, well, we didn't expect to be doing this game. We hided out of the Iowa-Minnesota game, which if you want an update on that one over on CBS, that game, Iowa led 31-0, and they still lead 31-0 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So, that one's still looking pretty ugly. But we got this game between Bama and South Carolina. With Bama getting the ball to start the second half again. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the raid. I just realized we never spun the wheel. I realized because we started that stream off so quickly, we never spun the wheel for karaoke. So, I do this thing every single, every stream where for $50 I'll sing any song you want me to. I just posted the last one. Just posted me doing Wagon Wheel. $50 for any song on this list. $25 gets you Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. All right. Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa is the song that's half off for this stream. 14-6 your score. Not the best half of football for Alabama's offense. Simpson 11 for 21, 170, one touchdown, no picks. Alabama could not run the ball at all. 10 carries for just 3 yards. Their longest run of the day was 4. Yep, ugly. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Sellers 11 for 20, 132, and a pick 6. But can't really say it was his fault. It was off the hands of the receivers. See what Bama can do on this drive as they try to make it a 2-score game. Did not have a chance to double dip, thanks to some interesting clock management at the end of the first half. So we start the third. That kickoff is a short one. It's going to be returned by the tight end to the 34-yard line. Let's try to pooch it in between everyone. But it falls harmlessly to the ground, and Bama going to start right around the 35-yard line. And the Alabama offense, only 7 points in that first half. South Carolina's defense has come to play. The other 7 points came on a pick 6. We got 3-3 in the Mizzou Vandy game as well. Team of Tampa's on everything right now. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Miller in the backfield. Back to his left. Again, just 3 yards rushing in that first half for Alabama. Tight end goes in motion as Edwards. They're going to give it up the middle, and that will be a decent gain. Trying to bounce outside down to the 39. Gain of 4 for Jam Miller. Time for the longest run of the day for the Crimson Tide. Crazy because that was only a gain of 4, but does keep them ahead of schedule with something they did not do a great job of during that first half. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll be live for the World Series as well. We will be live at 8 o'clock Eastern for the World Series. 2 at the bottom. Cuevas goes in motion to the top of the screen. In the pistol here is Simpson. Takes a snap on the second hand clap. Going to give it on the stretch play to Miller. Trying to bounce outside. And he will get about 2. Taking out the 41-yard line. With Justin Okonkwo on the stop. 3rd and 4. We'll call it 3rd and 3, actually. Illinois will never be ranked again if they lose this. They shouldn't be. I always said they're frauds. I always said with Illinois. Their 2 ranked games, they look like crap against top 20 teams. Simpson escapes the sack, flushed out, fires on the run, on the comeback route, caught. First down. I think it's a first down. They're going to mark him a yard shy. Wow, Bernard came back for that ball. Nice job adjusting the route. They're going to mark him a yard shy. It'll be 4th and 1. We'll see if Bama decides to punt it away here. Bernard caught it past the sticks, but I guess on the comeback, it was down. Now, Bama, 2 for 2 on 4th down today. They're going to line up to go for it, but now we have a stoppage right at the 44-yard line. They might be reviewing this. Had to get to the 45. I'll put a poll up. And every donation counts as triple toward this thing called You Make the Call. You're going to help me decide which game we're calling for college basketball. Northeastern Colgate or MIT Harvard. First time I had to have 2 games on the same day. No, I've done it before. I did, there was one stream we flipped to ASU BYU. And then, because the game was just ugly. And then we did the Notre Dame game against Army, and Notre Dame just destroyed them. So we hide out, I think, to Boise State, Wyoming, I think. After review, receiver had full control. On the lines again. He did not bobble this ball. He caught it at the 45. Had control all the way. What is behaving? You know, I thought at first glance he had the first. At first glance, I was surprised that they made the call 4th and short. Sproul caught it past the sticks before he got pushed out by Kilgore. Bama 2 for 2 on 4th down, but that's not going to matter here because they got the first. 71% of you agree with my initial analysis. Ball to 45. Nice scrub there on the comeback. Cuevas in motion. Simpson, flat's not there, so he's going to take off and run. Gets a block from, or try to get a block from his tight end. Gets out of a second tackle. Did it all there. Edwards didn't set a good block, and Cuevas didn't set a good block. Didn't matter. He got 9 out of that one. 2nd and 1. Longest run of the day for Alabama. I think was looking for a block by one of his tight ends. Edwards whiffed on the block. Down the field, whiffed on the block on Fred Johnson. And then Cuevas just completely whiffed on the block. But Simpson's like, screw it, I'll do it myself. And he gets 9. The clock is stopped for the moment. So in the middle of nowhere, Quebec. There you go. We got emojis in the chat if you're a fan of either one of these teams. I don't know why the clock was stopped. It was very obviously, there was no injury, and it was very obviously not a first down. Gain of 9 nonetheless. I formation here. Play action. Simpson stepping up, taking a deep shot on second down. Double coverage, and that is almost intercepted. That would have been his second pick of the year. Took the home run shot on second down, and fortunate it wasn't picked off. You're a Bama fan. Peyton Williams out of the hands. Ran into DQ Smith as well. Two South Carolina guys colliding with each other on a deep shot for Rico Scott. In the hands of Williams. Then trying to dive is Brandon Cisse. Those are the two guys going after it. And Williams right in the breadbasket somehow does not hold on. Can Bama take advantage of the gift? No, not on that play. They're going to lose a yard. It's the big man, Nick Barrett, on the stop. Daniel Hill will lose a yard. And now Bama's got a decision to make. It's 4th and 2. You're near midfield. 2 for 2 on 4th down today. Just a whiff there by Proctor. Complete whiff on the block. They're going to leave the offense on the field. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down today. They were going to go for it on 4th and 1 last time before the refs overturned the call and gave him a first down. So no real decision here again. Simpson, play action. They're going to send 5. Pressure on the blind side. Hit as he throws. And that's going to be caught by Williams at the 29-yard line. Although, did it hit the ground? Did it hit the ground? They are going to say it did. Williams had it in his hands and dropped it. Simpson got rid of it, but Williams, he had the nose hit and it's moving. He did not hold on. That ball clearly incomplete. Couldn't tell with the camera angle at first. It was obstructed. Simpson, a good throw, considering he got hit. And Williams, who's had drop issues all season. Did I agree with the call? I'm fine with it. Pass midfield. Drop issues all year. That's a bad one there. Would have got in field goal range to make it a 2-score game. And instead, South Carolina taking over near midfield. So Bama, a chance to double dip. They get past midfield on both the possessions to double dip, and they get no points out of it. Yeah, PNG Mesh, yeah. It was the best way to do it, unfortunately. I don't know why it was like that. I really don't know why it was like that. Like, I have a remove background thing, and that was the best I could get it. Otherwise, it becomes like a really weird screen. I might be able to change it. I can try. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. Fire it again, take it with you. This is my channel. Yes, Frank runs the channel. Frank is in control of the channel at this point. He would do a much better job than I would. Yeah, do our all good? Yeah, let's see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try my absolute best. It didn't work the last time I tried it. But it is bugging me a lot. Okay, take 2. So it is bugging me. Shouts to go over Frank. Matt Frank Destiny. Works in mysterious ways. I'm fine with it. He's the one person I would sell the channel to. Alright, let's try this. I don't know if this is going to work. Don't see through the black of the box and sit right through it? Yeah. This is the best I can do because if I did it before, that's what happens. Yeah, that's why. Just a weird, like, gray box little thing. I don't know why. Yeah, deep ball on 4-2 if it's wide open like that. Well, I think they were trying to get the flap and there was pressure. Usually have a tight end rolling out of the flat. Yeah, Worcester. Yeah, apparently. Apparently it was. I don't know why. So yeah, the best I could do is this. I hate it, believe me. It's the best I can do, unfortunately. Ball to 46. Sellers. He's going to go deep on the first play. Behind him. Caught. Touchdown. 54 yards. Nick Harbor. They take the shot right away. And it's 14-12. Bama gets stuffed on fourth. South Carolina goes for the home run on the first play. Wow. And now a 2-point try to tie the game. Things just got a little bit interesting as Vanderbilt takes the lead over Missouri. Timeout called by South Carolina. They'll have 2 left. And they call timeout. They're going to go for 2. A bit underthrown, but Harbor coming back to get that one. His 3rd of the season. Yeah, Sunderland right now 2nd in the Premier League. It's crazy. Sunderland until I die. Can you imagine if they win it all? Man, Sellers in motion. Stay with the 2-point try. Sellers, second read, not there. Now goes back in the end zone and incomplete. Too much muster on that one. Lenora Sellers looking for Jaden Sellers. Can't come down with it. So we'll remain a 2-point game. But Bama, a chance to go by 2 scores. With a chance to double dip. They get nothing out of it. In South Carolina, it takes just 1 play. That's a great throw, too, by Lenora Sellers. Jaden Sellers has to hang on to that one. You can't throw it any better than that. With how tight that window was, it's throws like that and make you think this guy could be a first-round pick. If they would have finished with less than 20, they're already at 17 in October. Yeah, they're in a good spot right now. Problem is if they get too good too quickly. Because if that happens, then you're not going to have the squad depth to play European football next season. That's where they get you. It's the wear and tear at that point. $14-12. Kickoff, fair catch, call for and made, so 25-yard line it goes. Last drive stopped on 4th down after Ryan Williams dropped the ball. He's had a lot of drop issues all season. Maybe none bigger than that one. Would have got into field goal range, making a 2-score game, barring anything crazy. Now, Minnesota scored. Oh, let's go. All right, we'll have to reverse side 8. We're going to flip off this scheme and go back to that one. Ball at the 25 for Simpson. Motions the 2 tight ends over. It's getting loud down there. The pistol. Simpson hands it off on the stretch. Nothing doing. They have not run the ball well at all this entire game. Hill stuffed behind the line by Nick Barrett. 2nd and 11. Potential upset brewing. Bama 6 straight wins. They have the best record of any team in college football that is, or excuse me, the best ranking of any team in college football that has a loss. You don't have a lot of room for error if you lose 3. Middle of the field, that is dropped by Caleb Edwards. No one helping out Simpson right now. He's making some nice throws, and no one is helping him out. Bama, you lose this game. You can't afford a 3rd loss. 2 would still probably be okay, but 3, you're playing with fire. With how competitive it is, so be a rough one to lose. Up by 2, so plenty of time, but Bama's offense has not been clicking today. Again, just 7 points for the Crimson Tide offensively. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his right. Simpson, they're going to send 5. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Back-to-back incompletions. No flags on the field. Was looking for Hill. And Bama going to go 3 and out. Plane goes to Texas. Who they go after? Oh, I don't know. Maybe Drinkwitz? Could see Drinkwitz. Lobos 1 away from the first bowl in a decade. Good for them. Yeah, I don't know where game is going. I have no inside source right now for this. I wish I could tell you. I have no clue. I have no clue. The punt here, in the span of 30 seconds, Bama went from, that's a good punt. It's going to roll out of bounds of the 17-yard line. 59 yards on that one. In the span of 30 seconds of game time or thereabout, Bama went from up 14-6 with the ball in Ryan Williams' hands. He's the Mizzou coach. For a first down in field goal range to drop, touchdown Scar, 3 and out, South Carolina with the ball. In a 2-point game. The entire game is flipped on its head this last minute. They were in the red zone down 4. Yeah, we got a good one over on Fox. Yeah, this just got a little bit interesting. I don't think I put a poll up last. I did not put a poll up earlier. That's really sad. Game show for Army Air Force. That'd be a fun game. I'll put that as your myth call option for sure. Texas 10 by 10 Mississippi State. Yeah, they'll be out of the rankings if they lose that. Even when they beat Oklahoma, it's not like impressed by them. Defensively it was, but offensively it was not. I'm an idiot. I read Mississippi State in the chat. I read JP's comment. Read Mississippi State, and I put that in. Which, obviously, is not right. That is not the right team they're playing. Let's try that again. I read the comment and typed at the same time. And that is where you get in trouble. Right, they're not playing MSU. Let's try that again. Try that again. Ball at the 17. Bama in some trouble right now. At one point, the money line was minus 3,500 on Alabama. It has dropped to minus 390. This has gone a little bit interesting. Archman Feeble Loser. It's definitely not playing well this year. Is that the wrong name? Yeah, I'm sorry. What literally on that one? 7.7, 20.3. Yeah. UConn beats Rice. Save UB next. Interesting story thus far, some new interest. I don't know. UConn's a heck of a team. But I doubt they go to Connecticut. And the only way they go to an independent school like UConn is if they're in the playoff hunt. 2 at the top. Sellers flushed out. Fires on the run. Tipped. Incomplete. Broken up on the play. Sticking the hand up there to make the breakup is Justin Hill, the true freshman. Making it 2nd and 10. Touchdown Baylor. All right. Go on with a 3. You owe me $303 if Minnesota loses. All good. We got a train. All good. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the Colgate game. You got Pam now. All good. I'll keep you updated on the Iowa game. I don't think they're coming back, but I will keep you updated on that. Appreciate you, man. 2nd down. Hand off to the side, and that'll be about 3 yards. It's not enough to get top 3. Nope. Apparently not. Make it 3rd down. And 7. You're close, though. You're only like 50 XP off. You're only 50 off. You gonna join us a conference in the next couple of years? I could see it. Problem is that Big East, they would have to join us a football-only school. And what conference would take him as football-only is the question. They're going to send 6. Sellers, pressure on the blind side, middle of the field, caught at the 31-yard line. Gain of 11 and a 1st down. No, that's what he meant. That's what he meant. You know, that's what he meant. He just mistyped. I got what he said. I got it. UConn in the next couple of years, I could see him potentially like the MAC or something. Hand off here, nothing doing. Racusa. It's like a football-only school. I don't know who's going to want to play UConn at this point. Because UConn right now, they're in that weird predicament where they're too good that people don't want to play them. So how are you going to fill out a schedule? I don't know how. Vanny leads 10-3, yep. Play action, Sellers fires on the run and the flat incomplete. 3rd and 9. Got their last 3rd down conversion over the middle. There was a flag on the play, though. What's the call here? How's it going, Miles? Appreciate tuning in. Got a good one here down in South Carolina. An eligible man downfield is the call. We'll see if they accept or decline. They will decline the penalty. Makes sense. 2nd and 14 needs 7 yards per play. 3rd and 9 need 9 yards per play. So they will decline it. An eligible man downfield. 3rd and 9 for the Gamecocks. And every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. Helmet decide which game we're calling for college basketball. Northeastern Colgate or MIT against Harvard. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Back to his left. Sellers. 2nd read hit as he throws. Incomplete. That's very clearly a pass. They blow it dead. 4th and 9. Notre Dame, UConn moving to Big Ten make too much sense? Yeah. Well, UConn, I don't know if they would do it, but if not they would do it, but the Big Ten would take them. Notre Dame, it's better than the ACC for Notre Dame for every other sport. Cambridge, Massachusetts. There you go. A Pac-12 Big East agreement where Memphis and UConn join Pac-12 as football schools. The rest of like to go to the Big East. You know, it's not crazy. I don't hate that idea at all. Geography means nothing in football nowadays. I don't hate that. I think that would actually work pretty well. The punt here bounces out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's about 43 yards of net there, and Bama taking over the 26 when we get back. A yearly agreement for basketball. That'd be good for UConn. That'd be really good for UConn. They're all Big Ten in hockey, yeah. I love the schools are just like all over the place in conferences. I love those ones. Like High Point is not for men's lacrosse. They're a completely different conference. They're A10 for men's lacrosse. I'm trying to get there in every other sport. Bernard in motion. Simpson. Middle of the field, that's caught. Williams. Gain of 6. Justin O on the stop. 2nd and 4. Pacific and Atlantic Coast 12, yes. That's the real Pac-12. Swings it out to his back. That's caught. And we'll get the first down, low on the shoulder to get 6 to the 37-yard line. Once again, Justin on the stop. Miller on the grab. There's a flag on the play. Up 10 over Texas. Yeah, it's looking good right now. Personal foul, hands to the face on the offense. So take the first down off the board. Back it up to the 16-yard line. NBC slate of sports in February, the biggest slate for a sports network in a single month all time. I mean, they have that in 22 with the Super Bowl and the Olympics. So, but now you have the NBA into that. So I would say yes. I would say for a single month, yeah. Fox is up there too when they had the World Cup in 22 in the wintertime. Alongside the NFL and college football and whatnot. That was pretty good. So 2nd down and a very long. 7.5 to go. So we're in Olympics, NBA, and college basketball coverage. Yeah, I think that's the best slate. Oh, and the All-Star game, yes. And the All-Star game, and the Premier League. Yeah, they've got a lot. They're going to be busy. Simpson, they're going to send 4. Screen pass, that's caught. We'll get a modest gain, but still well shy of the sticks, right around the 23-yard line. 3rd and 12 after the grab there by Miller. Yeah, they've got a lot. It's going to be fun. I'll have my TV on NBC. I know that much. We'll be live for the Olympics. Can't wait for that. If you weren't there for the 2024 Olympics with the coverage we did, it was fun. It was a lot of fun streaming that. It was exhausting, but it was fun. Missouri started the game, yes. To the top, on the bottom, Simpson. They're going to send 4. He's got time this time. O-line is helping him. Open, overthrown. Bernard was wide open. I'm not sure there was a safety behind him. He might have been gone. Overshoots Bernard. And we'll have to punt the ball away. How close was this to being a home run play? There was no safety help. He was gone. Wide open. Yeah, that's a real quote by Woody Johnson. He is a special owner. I don't know either of those cars, Miles. Yeah, looking forward to the stream. I'm excited for that. The punt here angled. It takes a good bounce for Bama, and it will roll out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 52 yards on the punt. Scar taking over the 25 when we get back. There have been times today where Simpson has not gotten help from his receivers, and there are times where he has not made the throws he's needed to. Right, and NBC Sports Network is returning, yes, because they don't have USA anymore. No, Simpson's not been that impressive today. He's missed some guys. Mendoza wasn't impressive either today necessarily, but yeah, the Chris Collinsworth experience again, yes. Yes, we do. But there's no more USA, right. Well, I think USA still exists, it's just not owned by NBC anymore. I think that's what it is. So they can't air sports on that. They can't, like, just... Because the reason why they cut NBC Sports Network is because they were just showing everything on ESPN. I mean, on USA. But now they can't really do that. then would send NBC Sports Channel return with USA. I'd say try to get the March Madness package. I'm fine with CBS right now. I think they're doing a heck of a job with that package with TBS, TNT, and True TV. I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I don't want that package to ever go. There's some stuff that I'm fine. Right, most of the Premier League games are on a site literally called USA Network. Yeah, that is ironic. But there's some things I want the rights to change, and it's really cool. Yeah, CBS started a great job, March Madness, yeah. Like, there are certain things where, like, the rights go up, and it's like, oh, man, this is going to be interesting. I don't want that to happen with March Madness. Never. Like, there are certain things, like, I love, like, NBA, it's like, okay, it feels like a brand new era. It's like I want to see what NBC does, how Amazon does. Why not? I don't want to see the March Madness. Over under 200 rushing yards for Robinson tomorrow. Under. It's so hard to get over on that, but he could go off. I could definitely see him going off. I don't like the current graphics, besides that, it's great. Even the graphics are fine. And like, if you get rid of that, one shining moment's a CBS thing. It's not a basketball thing. It's a CBS thing. So you lose one shining moment. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence missed a throw here to his guy open. Lamar Jackson's greatest throw of all time. Yeah, pretty much. What's broadcast rights do I want to change? NFL on Fox. Just no more. Sellers. Flushed out. Avoids one sack. Keeps his eyes down the field. Stays in bounds. And now jukes out of bounds after a gain of 4. And he gets out of the pocket. He is so elusive. He can make guys miss. He's very good on his feet. It turns what should have been a loss of 10 into a gain of 4. Maybe 5. Yeah, I want to see that change. ESPN with baseball, I want to see a change. Jags at the playoffs. I'm gonna go to one of the games. If it's at home, yeah. I'll try to. On the road, probably not. Jet sweep pass. Looking for some space to the outside, and he's gonna be right at the sticks. Fuller might be half a yard shy. Can I give it to him? He needs to get to the 35, and I think he got it. Fox used to be, used to be a lot better. Used to be really good, and now it just sucks. But it's either NBC or ESPN and have their main games with the TNT, yeah. They give him the new set it down to the 35-yard line. ESPN lost rights to baseball. They're still, like, talking to some extent. Sellers, up the middle. He's going to get 2. Jefferson takes him down to 37. Evan Fox is good. Just Chris Thompson, Terry Bradshaw make it worse. No, it's not, because you got Chris Myers doing it. You got an awful score bug. You have awful graphics. Awful camera quality. They send 5. Sellers steps up. There's no contain. There's no contain, and Sellers slides down to the 44. A first down in plus territory. Gain of about 17. Terry needs to retire, yeah. Joy, they're covering way more. I mean, I guess you grew up with it, but it's just not good. Compared to CBS, it's like night and day. Back to his left is Fuller. In the flat, that ball is caught. Down to the 39. Goes Jaden Sellers. Sellers on loose. Yep. There's Jaden Sellers on loose right there, too. Even Kenny Albert's lost steps a little bit. He's still good, but... yeah, they better grab us in the past. 2 at the top, 1 the bomb back to his left. Sellers pressure, hit as he throws, and that's an overshot. Got crunched there. Didn't see the corner blitz. It'll be 3rd down. 4 to go in the 3rd. Absolutely steamrolled by Xavier Mincy. On the corner blitz. 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4 thereabout. I'm pretty sure all you guys tuning in. Fox 5 New York seems to be best Fox Philly. Yes. Fox 5 is good. You never see him making mistakes. Yeah, Albert works for a lot of different networks. He does a lot of sports. Third down. Handoff up the middle. Now bouncing outside. Got space for the first down to 35. And will be brought down to 33. Gain of 7 for Oscar Attaway. Figured it was 2 plays to get 3 yards. And Attaway, nice juke move there on the block set by his center. NBC broadcast rights after games like in the 90s, 80s, 70s. I would like it better than Fox. Way better than Fox. Almost a field goal range, yep. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Now receiver in motion here. Stingle, handoff up the middle. And that'll be a nice gain of about 5. There was a flag on the play, though. Comes from the secondary. I think Tom Brady, he's fine. Holding on the offense. So back it up 10 yards. 1st and 20. He's fine. He's not worth $375 million. Get fired from all but one as if you're working with a rival? Kind of treasonous? Well, it's part of the contract. Basically, it's not like treasonous. Like, they know. I mean, Kenny Albert, he wouldn't be able to, like, live off just doing, like, 15 games for Fox each year. Like, what is he supposed to do the rest of the week? Or the rest of his time? You know what I mean? They know it. Yeah, I like Olsen a lot better. Yeah, Olsen's really good. First down and 20. Play action. Sellers stepping up. He's going to take off and run. Stays on his feet. Makes a third man miss. And we'll get the yardage back down to the 31. Gain of 12. The Braves overpaid. Yeah, 100%. 2nd and 8. South Carolina get in field goal range. Or he calls Ranger games, yes. For MSG. It's like a competing thing. It's like they know about it. It's a very common practice to do that. Setting down handoff here. Bouncing out and now down to the 29. Like Ian Eagle, he calls games for the Nets. On yes. On YS, so. There's very few that have non-competes. Olsen better than Romo? Oh yeah, no, I think it's most people. Romo's lost a step. Best combo is Vilma and Myers, yes, 100%. It's going to be a Sellers turning into a Cam Skybu every down, pretty much. Myers, Goldberg, and McFarland. Oh, that's the dream right there. I would love that. Sellers is just putting the team on his back right now. 3rd and 6. They're going to send 5. This time they pick up a safety blitz, and it's almost intercepted. Through the hands of Zabian Brown. Missed opportunity there for the Tide. Do you know what's very good at color? I'm shocked by how good he is. I did not think he'd be this good. Through the hands of Brown. As Sellers was looking down the field, down the sideline. Never saw Brown creeping up. And now the field goal from 47. This to give him the lead. It is in. Off the upright and in. So despite almost throwing a pick, South Carolina gets 3 on the drive. With 1:38 to go in the 3rd, we are on upset alert. Yeah, man, JJ is good at color because Fox uses him, yeah. Best play of playing color commentary for me, it's Tully and Olsen. That's a good combo. That's a good one. Color, I might go Olsen. And then play-by-play, Eagle. Texas, yeah, they're not good right now. 15-14. Things are getting a little bit interesting. Yeah, it looks like Blessed Skies right now, yeah. Yeah, some of them are still all tied up. Down in Columbia. Getting a little bit interesting. Tied down by 1, and they've only scored 7 points on offense this game. There was someone on a pick 6 off a drop pass. Touchback, 25-yard line. Alabama's been resilient this year. They've won games on the road. One at Missouri. One at Georgia. You figured you just went undefeated 4-0 against number 5, number 16, number 14, and number 11. But now you got a below 500 team. Backs are against the wall. How fans must from the field if your team is upset win? Because the walls are so high. Also, it's a lot of older people versus younger people. BYU leading, UConn rest OT. All right, handoff here, nothing doing. The ground game has not done anything. It's a loss of 3. Monkel Goodwine. A good tackle. Fox Super 6, they got rid of that. They got rid of that. It always seemed kind of cheesy, but... 2 of the top, 2 of the bomb back to his left. Simpson, they're going to send 4. Pump fake, out route. That's caught the 28. And Williams brought down right around there. 3rd and 7. Right, that's happened since 1998. Yep. Like, the walls are so high in NFL stadiums. Like, they're not as low as they are in college. Also more scattered out in terms of the fans. In terms of distribution of the home and away fans. Simpson, they're going to send 4. He'll have time. Second read. Taking a shot. Has a step. Pushed. No flag. Bernard got pushed. Bakari Swain on the coverage. And they'll go 3 and out. Much more slide games of the afternoon. No flag there. Bit underthrown. Ball's got to be out a bit sooner. Thought maybe they would get a flag on that one. There was definitely some contact. Who initiated, I'm not entirely sure. The Cardinals made the playoffs for the first time in franchise history since moving to Arizona. The punt here bounces and down at the 16-yard line. So Stars starting inside their own 20, but they're up by 1. Defense playing lights out. Most disappointing team in college football? Florida? It's up there? I think Florida's definitely a pretty good pick. Clemson, not a bad pick. UNC to some extent. I did not know that, Mr. Open. Who else? What did I say? Biggest disappointment. Penn State. Yeah, Penn State's probably the biggest one. Penn State's the biggest disappointment. They brought back everyone, basically. First down for the Gamecocks at the 16-yard line. Sellers keeps it on the read option. Makes one man miss and then brought down the 22 by Deontay Lawson. You know, how I say 1-2, that would be a fun game. And folks, we go to the 4th. We go to the 4th. And South Carolina below 500. Losers of 4 of their last 5 games. Lost by double digits each of the last 2 weeks. Up by 1 against the Crimson Tide. The collapse after 1 loss like that? Yeah, no one saw that coming. 15-14 your score. We got a dogfight here in Columbia. Missouri from the bomb, Andy? About that. About that. Yeah, man, he's got it back. And if you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. Happy to wear a Penn State swear right now. Ooh. We have 2 scores after the pick 6. Yes. How many college games have I been to? Ooh, I've been to 1 Florida game, and then ASU, I've been to probably like 10. Don't too soon, yep. Vanny taking a shot. That is going to be incomplete. Oh, man. This game is a little bit interesting. A lot more than people thought at the start. Again, at one point, when it was 14-6, Bama had a chance to double dip. The money line was minus 3,500. The money line is now minus 148. Translation, it is anyone's contest. I'm doing all right, CJ. I appreciate you, man. It's been a fun 3:30 slate. 12 o'clock slate was not that good. But 3:30 slate, been crushing it. The start off is an Iowa stream. For those wondering, Iowa, Minnesota. It's 41-3. 5.5 minutes to go. So, this one's over. Rumors out circling text. I did see that, yes. Potentially NFL. Yeah, I don't think he'd be a good fit for the NFL. He doesn't know how to develop quarterbacks. Minus 500, only 14-6. Yep. Because they got the ball back. It was minus 500. They were getting the ball with good field position. And then they were getting the ball to start the second half. But yeah, I checked. It was minus 3,500. So the idea was like, okay, they just got a touchdown. Got a 3 and out. Defense playing well. If you get your hiding this one, yeah, we made the right call. Go over some this time. Yep, maybe next time. 85% of you think Bama will come back and win this one. We're going to start the 4th, and we'll do the World Series in 90 minutes when we live for that. I'll set everything up for that stream when the time comes. I came over on Fox. But the running game for Bama, just nothing doing today. One of the storylines, the receivers have not helped him out. Simpson's been a bit inaccurate, under 50% completion. But the running game, just 1 yard to carry. Could you buy one underestimate y'all? Yeah. They have an offense to some extent. Second down, Sellers flushed out. He's going to get back to the line, maybe a yard. 3rd and 4. So tell you I'm getting over being sick. Fell asleep in the first sitting in the World Series. Oh, man. Well, in the middle of the night, like, what happened? I've done that before. Ole Miss flop out. Yeah, their schedule's pretty easy. Their toughest game is probably Florida. They should be in. 1 loss, Ole Miss gets in. 2 losses, it's going to be close, but 1 loss should be in. Look how that schedule looks. 3rd and 4. South Carolina 4 for 13 on 3rd down today. Receiver goes up top. Back to his left. Sellers. They're going to send 4. Swings it out to his back. It's thrown backwards. A more accurate throw. You can get a one-on-one situation instead. Faison's just got to make something out of nothing. It'll be a loss of about 5. Wins game 2. I got the Dodgers winning game 2. And there'll be 1-1 going back to Toronto. Or back to LA. And we'll have to punt it away. So Alabama defense gets a 3 and out. A better throw by Sellers there. Faison's got a one-on-one chance to make a man miss in the open field. But the throw behind him, force him to slow down. At that point, it's tough. But yeah, when we talk 1 loss or 2 losses, we're not talking conference championship. That shouldn't count. That's an extra game you have to play that you earn the right to play. That shouldn't count. The punt, picked up by South Carolina. Was it touched by Bama? It was touched by Bama. And South Carolina's going to get at the 30-yard line. Grazed off a Bama player. Let's see if it touched a South Carolina player first. Let's double check this. Yeah, bounced off the leg of a Bama player. Bounced off the leg for Alabama. It looked like that was... I'm trying to get the exact player here. It looked like that was Miles Norwood. went off of. And South Carolina's going to get it back off the turnover. Ace against here, probably not. So they get the 3 and out, but it doesn't matter. Just turn it right back over. Handoff here. And Fuller is going to get 2 down to the 28. Especially when we see what happens. Star, we get it back. Oh, man. I want the lotto ball numbers now. And now you're in field goal range. I can force Bama to get a touchdown to take the lead. I hope it's done. No, they're not done. 2 losses, you should be okay. 3 losses, you're done. Four wide. Sellers. QB draw. Escapes 1 tackle somehow. We thrown down at the 21. Ball came out. The ground caused it, though. The ground caused the fumble. That should be 3rd and 1. But Sellers are so elusive. How we escaped that, I have no idea. And ground caused the fumble there. So it should not be a first down. And it won't be. Yeah, 3rd down. So it's touchdown would be, I have to go for 2, try to go 2 scores. Yeah, I got it. I go for 2, yes. I would go for 2. 3rd and 1. Handoff. Bottled up behind the line. 2nd effort, though. He's got it. Matt Fuller with a 2nd effort. To the 19-yard line. They're in the red zone. They can keep the clock moving some more. And Navy looks legit right now. It's a tough offense to stop. I'm rooting for them. I would love to see them in the playoff. Huskies about to be ranked. We'll see. Thought that a few weeks ago, and then that didn't happen. But he got on the 2nd effort. 2nd behind the line. Everything going the Gamecocks' way right now. 11.5 to go. Jump into the rankings? No, they're not going to jump into the rankings at 4-4. Sellers toss it on the option play. Some space to the 15. And down to the 11 goes Fuller. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. This Bama defense been on the field for an eternity, it feels like. Thanks to the muff punt. Second down. Taking about 4.5 minutes off the clock on this sequence. Name more Texas could be game. That'd be a fun game. Yeah, I don't have any source on what they're going to do yet. To the top, to the back to his left. Handoff up the middle. We'll get 1. Fuller down to the 10. Taken there by Mekhi Hill Green. 3rd and 1. Yeah, Bama's down by 1. Even if there was a turn on the 2-point try that gets returned, still be inoffensive. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Wants to play like a triple reverse pass. Can Bama get a stop here? 10 minutes to go in this one. Everything in favor of the Gamecocks right now. 3rd and 1. They're going to keep it with Sellers. Bounce outside. He's got it. Sellers. Touchdown Gamecocks. Runs it to the outside. Keeps it on the read option. And South Carolina is in front. (21-14). And if it wasn't time for upset alert before, it absolutely is now. They have no answers for Sellers on the ground this half. They will kick the PAT. It's good. It stays a 1-score game. But the Gamecocks lead by 8. A 16-0 run for South Carolina. Bama started the half with the ball. Got into plus territory. 4th and 2. A drop pass by Ryan Williams. And ever since then, the momentum has completely shifted. I go for 2. Me too. I would have gone for 2. It's not sound for SC. No, it's not. Good sound suppression? Probably not. My voice is probably not good enough for that just yet. Buying sellers? Yeah. 22-14. Oh, man. No dumb decision. I'm fine with that. I would have personally gone for 2, but no dumb decision. And all you have to do if you just catch the ball. Ryan Williams be a 2-score game. Instead, that happens. I don't want to, but still, yeah. Yeah, I would have gone for 2, but I get it. Another Saturday in the SEC. There you go. SEC's eating everyone alive. %4% chance to time the game for 0% chance time with 1 touchdown. Yeah, I agree with you. I would have gone for 2 there. Wow, Shellcrow popped into my head. Toys R Us. Good artist, at least. Good artist. Ten minutes exactly. Down by 1 score, but all hands on deck at this point for the Crimson Tide. They have not run well. They have not caught the ball well. They have not thrown it well. Offensively, nothing doing. They have not blocked well. South Carolina with a massive advantage right now. Hate the SEC proceeds to watch anyway. Well, this is a hate watch right now for a lot of people. Like, oh my God, is this really happening? We got, if you're in the chat, again, we got emojis to share for other one of these teams that we live for the World Series later tonight. The stream started off as Minnesota, Iowa. But it was 41-3. That game is over. Iowa wins by 38. We flipped it at 31-0. And I think we made the right call on that one. This is a more compelling game. Change of duty good. Ooh, favorite show, of course. I'm going to soak up the sun on that one. I would probably go with soak up the sun. All right, here we go. The kickoff here. Fielded at the 5. Going to take it out to the 10. 15-20 and brought down right around there. 80 yards to go to tie it. Oh, is it back? Yep. Another unranked loss for Bama. Second season of its holds. Yeah, this would not be good for the Tide. They have no room for error going forward. You lose to Skimmy or Bama, you cannot afford to drop any other game. 3 losses won't get you in. You got Oklahoma and LSU. Got to find a way to win both those games. If you lose this one. It's the one you could not afford to drop. The Lenora Sellers project to be one of the first quarterbacks off the board. In games like this are exactly why. Handoff here. The running game has not done anything today. 1 yard a carry. They'll keep it moving for about 2, we'll say, to the 23. I sing it all the time? Oh, yeah. That's a great song. My parents used to sing You're a Famous Mistake to me all the time. Oh, God, that's great. Oh, that's great. Second down. Yeah, that's different. The FC Championship loss is different. 2 losses in the regular season. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Scar, did they go in the neutral zone? Didn't take the snap. He jumped. UMass 4 losses away from infamy land. Yeah, winless. 5 wide. Simpson, they're going to send 4. Simpson stepping up. Fires a deep shot on the post. Tipped. Bernard got behind him, but the tip. There by Kilgore. 3rd and 8. That's not 4-down territory. Yeah, Ty having his dough game, yeah. It's below 50% completion, this one. Got behind him, too. It's an acrobatic play. Can't blame him too much for that one. Like, that was a good throw. Just phenomenal tip by Kilgore. Leaping up for that one. 3 at the top. 1 at the bottom. He missed us 41-3. Simpson, they're going to send 5. Pump fake. Now fires out route. Caught at the 37. That time he hits Bernard. That's a gain of 14 and a first down with under 9 to go. He missed, so lost 41-3. Yep. Told you they weren't coming back. I was very confident on that. You ever work at Toys R Us for 2 years? Yeah, that song probably played a lot. Some of the song played a lot. The classic adult contemporary radio song. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Back to his left. Only down 7 now. Ooh. Got a good afternoon slate here. Simpson takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle. One of the few really positive runs by Bama today. That'll be about 5 to the 43-yard line. If any fumbles in goal territory, yep. This has not been a great performance by Simpson. It's been just a calamity of errors for the Tide. A huge turn events in Nashville there. How nervous was I? They owe you 300? 0.3i. I was never worried. That game was never in doubt. Empty backfield here. Simpson. They're going to send 4. Slam pass. Dropped by Bernard. Swain on the coverage, but I think Bernard just dropped it. Imagine this implies the existence of young contemporary. Yep. It's a catch you got to make if you're Bernard. Right in the hands. Batted away. Off the ball by Swain. You figure this is 4 down territory here. 3rd and 4. 2 plays to get 4 yards. What do they have drawn up here? Simpson takes it. They send 4. Second read. Out route. Cuevas. He's got steady hands. He's had steady hands all season. That's a first down. Oh, no, it does. Yes, absolutely. I got the bot. So 59 was close to an Eagles fan. It was most definitely not. I can assure you it was not. This one seems like Cuevas is the only guy that you can trust to really hold on to the ball. 2 first downs to stride for the Tiger. Come on with 2. I appreciate you, man. Should get you in the top 3 as well. Toss play here. Gets a block. And that'll be a first down by Hill. At the 42-yard line. Longest run today for the Tide. Let's say crowd outstanding field source. I change that. I can respect it. They're in plus territory again. Got to get a 2-point conversion as well. They're taking a lot of time off this clock. No fumble of any land. Nope, no fumble. I was up by 30 last I checked. Yeah, it was 41-3. That was the final score. 2 at the top. Back to his left. Play action. Williams makes the grab on the screen. Makes a man miss. Makes a second man miss and spins ahead, lunging for the first. He's got it at the 30-yard line. Yeah, once again, 46. Yeah, once the second half started, I'm like, yeah, no, it's not happening. Maybe we'll get LPI. Edwards might have the block while the ball was in the air, but it was bang bang. Enough that the ref doesn't call it. Williams' 6th catch of the day. They're taking a lot of time off this clock on this drive. Back to his left is Hill. 3 at the top. Even if he was scoring at the 2, South Carolina's going to have a chance to hold it for the final possession at this rate. It's not a great drive. Screen pass caught by Hill. Gets a block to the 25, and he'll be brought down around there by Justin O. Michael with the $1. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you in the call for it. Which game do you want for the college basketball? You make the call. Appreciate you, man, as always. Vandy scores with 2 minutes to go. Yeah, they're taking a lot of time off the clock. This is not great. They're taking 5 minutes off the clock here and counting. Simpson sends his back in motion, fakes the jet sweep pass, Now going to swing it out to Miller. Miller's got the first down, trucking ahead to the 13-yard line. MIT, get you on MIT. Appreciate you, man. Counts as triple. But again, this is a long drive. That even if you get the touchdown, if you don't get the 2, South Carolina's got a chance to hold it for the last possession. If you do get it, they still can hold for the last possession. It's interesting clock management. Play action. Simpson. Looking, going to take off and run. Nothing there to the 10, and get set out of bounds to the 7. 2nd and 2. I would bring tomorrow. Yes, they will be. Real-time clock management. Yeah, this is... They're banking on getting the 2. If they don't get the 2, they are screwed with how they're managing this clock. There needs to be a lot more tempo. And maybe could have gotten a hold there, too. Proctor is tugging the shoulder pad. Oh, phone glitchy? Oh, no. Have a good wine. He was tugging the shoulder pad. This is a 6.5-minute drive and counting. On the witching hour, baby. Simpson in the flat. He's got his man. Miller breaks the tackle to the 5, and he'll be down at the 2. 1st and goal. But man, this is a long drive. It's going to be a 7-minute drive when all is said and done. You're going to coach in Alabama now? This is very bizarre. I don't know what DeBoer is doing. Fireball needs to be demonstrated. This is a long drive. South Carolina's going to get the ball last. There's not much Alabama can do if they don't get the 2-point conversion. There's not much if they don't get a 3 and out. You got to score for the 2-minute timeout at least. 1st and goal. Simpson hands it off. Nothing doing. Bottled up at the 5. 2nd and goal. What are they doing? They got to score for the 2-minute timeout at least. This is Andy Reid Eagles level of clock management right now. That if they don't get the 2, they are screwed. Brought down by Fred Johnson. They got to score for the 2-minute timeout. Hello on TikTok. Just took a while. Wasn't worth it. Wasn't getting the conversion. 2nd and goal. Simpson. Screen pass. Caught. They do score before the 2-minute timeout. Bernard. That's the good news. They get the touchdown. The bad news, you took about 7.5 minutes off the clock. And if you don't get this, you are now in deep, deep doo-doo, basically. Because you have all your timeouts, but... Man, a long drive there. Obviously, they're going for 2. First time all season, they're going for 2. Simpson. It's going to be a direct snap. It's going to be a reverse pass. Simpson fakes the reverse. Cuevas, end zone, tie game. They fake the wide receiver reverse pass. Direct snap to the back hill. Gives it to Simpson. Finds Cuevas in the end zone. You can always count on him. And we've got a tie game. 9 a.m. Eastern. Well, I mean, Bama at the end of the first half was bizarre. Excellent broadcast right there. Yep, there you go. But again, South Carolina can run this clock out. Yeah, TikTok entirely algorithmic? Yeah. That was a long drive. They do tie it up, but again, Texas so bad down versus Mississippi State. Yeah, that's not good. But again, not great clock management. Because now with South Carolina, they only need like a first down or 2, and they can run the clock out and play for the last possession. Can the defense step up? Can they contain Sellers? They've not done that this second half. Maybe a whole one on DeBoer. Yeah, this was not good. That was a bizarre sequence there. Gotta go all good, Kojo. Appreciate you, man. There's no landing zone in college. Makes 1-2 vids if possible. Yeah. Jags trade B2J. No, they're just fielding offers. I don't think they're going to trade him. They're just taking calls. I mean, you have a responsibility to do that. Unless it's like a quarterback, like a franchise quarterback, or like a handful of edge rushers, like like obviously the Packers with Parsons. They're not going to take any calls or whatnot. Unless it's like someone like that. Like the Giants with Neighbors, you're not fielding. You're gonna field calls for everyone just in case. 23-0 SCSU. Good for them. They look good this season. You know, right now with the way the Americans are beating up on each other, if SCSU runs the table, there's a chance. When I get footage for these, I can. Yes, footage for these is easy. That's not a problem. 22-all. Because that drive took a while with no stoppages, you're gonna get a lot of commercial breaks going forward. Just keep that in mind, which I'm not too happy about. But $22-all. Well, I'm feeling the cheesiest, Coach. Oh, man. Can you imagine if this goes OT? Can you imagine? It's a battle between two of the quarterbacks that we think are going to be some of the first off the board in Pittsburgh in a couple months. Sellers outplaying Simpson right now. Simpson looking good on that drive, even if it took a while. Sellers masterful so far this second half, especially with his legs. I agree with Lauren Barrel on that one. Commercials are stupid. I'm with you on that. 59% riding with Scar. We have emojis in the chat if you remember. We got a crazy finish on our hands here down in Columbia. The kickoff. Touchback. Ball to 25. At least one more team, so I'm happy for him. Yeah, that's good. Washington beats Illinois 42-25. Yeah, Illinois is not going to be ranked. They should have been ranked to start. I didn't get it at the start when they lost to Ohio State by a lot. And they played Indiana and lost by a lot. Like, every time they play a top 20 team, they expose themselves. They're not good. So they had a couple minutes ago, which means we'll see it again. That goes OT. Yep. Well, we'll go 2-minute timeout. We'll have an ad for that. So we'll get one play and then 2-minute timeout ad. Sellers, 59 yards rushing this half. Yeah, last year Bama Scar Classic. This one, also a classic. Glad we hiked to this game. Glad we made the flip. Mizzou Vanny's also a good one, too. 3 at the top. Handoff up the gut. Maybe a yard for Fuller. We will go to the 2-minute timeout. OT stream after this. No, we're doing the World Series after this. So OT stream after the World Series, but we're going to do that. Why is Michigan still ranked? Yeah, I'm not crazy about them being ranked. Top 5 QB pick? Fiction. Simpson's going to go ahead. Sellers going to go ahead. Mendoza, Moore, Nussmeier. They'll go ahead. No, the fans are moving up. The fans are getting in field scoring position, which in a tie game, I wouldn't be doing that. At your own 26. The fans in the student section are moving up. Mizzou driving, yep. Sorry, right for the Pincer below Illinois. Yep, get ready to New York, buddy. Should be 2 more time after you just had an ad break. You would think, but they gotta squeeze those ads in. Sponsored by Papa John's, yep. Yeah, there's no way Byron's gonna be a top 5 quarterback pick. No chance. No chance on that. 22-all. Yeah, the fans are getting the field scoring position, yeah. Arthur mentioned 2 morning timeout. Yeah, but they gotta squeeze the ads in, unfortunately. I say USC 26. USC is what? That's the abbreviation for South Carolina, too. USC can refer to Southern California or South Carolina. Miss you injury, have to use your final timeout. Yep. Your quarterbacks are on their own territory, not the best. But Georgia does not storm the field. No, respect the hedges. Florida doesn't storm the field either. They've never stormed, they never will. If they didn't storm after the Tennessee Hail Mary game, they never will storm. I think Georgia stormed one time and one time only. That was a long drive may help them in the long run. I don't think it will. South Carolina's got plenty of time. They got 2 timeouts. Clock stops on first downs and incompletions. And out of bounds. The drive hurt them. So now South Carolina's going to hold the ball last, barring anything crazy. South Carolina wins how far does Bama fall? Probably like 11. They've now the 2-minute warning timeout and blow. Yes. Well, they stay on. Saturday football stays on. They don't go to break during 2-minute warning, if you ever noticed that. It can mean both. It can mean both and KC. Depends on what you're referring to, but it can mean both. You ever notice a Saturday football game does not go to break during 2-minute warning? A month in prison for storming the field. Oh, wow. That is harsh. How's it going, Ben? No bowls. I'm off for a family meal, so missed tonight. All good. We got a good game here right now. 22-all. For 8 and 4 at this point. 2nd and 9. Bama all their timeouts. Scar with 2. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Bama jumped. Free play. Sellers is going to escape the sack somehow. Launches it down on the free play. Overthrown. But it's a free play. So move it up 5 yards. Right, all the OT lost start to it. Yeah. That sucks for you, Con. Makes Scar's life a little bit easier. Right, tough on crime, yeah, but that's not really tough on crime. Like, I get being tough on crime. That's not really that. Against Tennessee. Sellers, QB draw, nothing doing. Got a yard before he got taken down by Tim Keenan. It's only happened one time. Did the ball come out? The ball came out! Keenan stripped it! We'll see if Sellers was down. They're going to review this. But first down, Bama. Let's see. Was Sellers down? He was not down. Sellers was not down. Bama's going to get the ball. Sellers was not down. Yanked away by Keenan. Yeah, that elbow's not down. The knee's not down. Ball is out. The original call was fumble. Phil Washington, dangerous. I agree, but it should be like if you wait like a minute before. Are you kidding me? Bama down 22-14 with 2.5 to go. And 1 minute later, they're tied with the ball in plus territory. In one of the best games of the season. And we started to move down. Yep. Blame their fans for that. Yeah, the ball definitely down. Tie legacy drive coming up. Might not have to do that. I'm not sure they throw. That's going to be upheld. 95% anything that's a fumble. I agree with you. 3rd and 10. Arch through a 6-yard bounce. Go nice. Yeah, that ball's out. And South Carolina only has 2 timeouts. So Bama can run the ball 3 times. Take it down. 135, 131, 121, 111, 101, 51. They can get it down. If they don't get a first down, they can get it down to like 45 seconds before Scar gets it back again. The Bama defense comes up big. They got a pick 6 to start this game. And maybe the game-winning fumble. Ball to 37. So fans get for arrogance. Yep. Well, it wasn't a running back. That was a quarterback. Texan on 10. Oh, boy. Cuevas in motion. Simpson hands it off to the 35. Gets a block. Bounces outside to the 31. And South Carolina will take their second timeout. 2nd and 3. You have to wonder, too. Wait, they're not taking timeout. Scar's not taking a timeout. Why are they not taking a timeout? I don't know why you're saving them. Why is Scar not taking timeout? So Bama gets scored for penalty. That stops the clock. You get even more time back. Well, Bama, don't snap it yet. Yeah, they're not snapping it yet. Now he said with 9, they're going to throw. Simpson, middle of the field. That's caught at the 25-yard line. Not that it was going to matter the timeout situation. Because now Bama's got a new set of downs at the 25. Clock is running. How close does Bama want to get? His timeout is now called by South Carolina. They'll have 1 left. At BYU, they look good. That could be a 2-bid league if BYU lose in the championship. That could be 2-bid league, potentially. So want to watch around and win? Oh, this is a crazy one. Vandy beats Mizzou, 17-10 your final. Vandy. Wait, hang on. Might not be over yet. Might not be over yet. Oh, wait. He caught the ball. Wait a second. No. No way. Hang on. No freaking way. Oh. Wow, that is quite the way to lose. That was so close to being... I think it was going to be a half-yard shy either way, but man... Talk to your kids about top 10 Vanderbilt. Mizzou's not making the playoff. They're done at this point. 1 loss Vanderbilt. 1 loss Vandy. You got Texas, who's going to be unranked on the road. Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee. You go 3-1, you're in. Oh my God. Best Vandy team ever? I would say yes. Why is Mizzou done? That's 3 losses for Mizzou. Right? No, 2 losses for Mizzou. 2 losses, my bad. My bad. It's going to be very tough. I wouldn't say they're done. The problem is that you lost both games against top 25 opponents. That was close both times, but you got A&M next. You lose that one, then Oklahoma on the road. It might be tough. Does Bama have a good kicker? Yeah, we're just about to get to that. Talty, 9 for 13 on the season. His longest this year is 46. You sure the goal line? Yep. They don't storm. They're not storming the field. I love it now. It's just the program norm. The pass was called before the goal line. Yep. About half a yard. She has a Tennessee back in 2017. Wow. 7-1 Vanderbilt. Good for them. Good for them. That's incredible. Wow. All right. Bound ball to 25. First down. They can run this clock out. South Carolina is 1 time out. They have a new set of downs to work with. So my screen just froze at the worst possible time. Okay, they give Williams. There we go. Back to the line of scrimmage she goes. And that's it. A 42-yard try. Remember, you get no more yards. Timeout call by South Carolina. You have any more minutes in the top 10. They could go up. 46 seconds. Yeah, Diego's ever have to pay a drink in Nashville again? Nope. And Nashville's a good drinking city. If I know anything about Nashville, a lot of bars on Broadway. Free admission for life is pretty good. Second and 10. Best offensive World Tour. Yep. Clock stops first down? It does. Well, it's a reset. It doesn't stop automatically. It stops to reset the chains. And then it starts up again. But just to reset everything. Second and 10. How close does Alabama want to get this? They're going to throw. Want to get a little bit closer. Slam pass. Incomplete. And now you got to run. Now you have to run the ball here. Because if you run the ball, you make sure the clock runs all the way down, and that the worst case scenario is they're going OT. Not a bad throw. Looking for Scott. You cannot throw the ball here. You have to run it and take it all the way down so the kick is the final play. No, it's not a what are you doing situation. I get it. I get it. You have third down. You have all your timeouts. South Carolina's got no timeouts left. So might as well try and get closer on second. Then third down, you run it. And now Bama calls a timeout. I get why they're throwing. I get it. Again, this is not a chip shot. 42 is not a chip shot. You're in range, but it's not a chip shot. South Carolina has no timeouts left. Throw the ball. Easy concept that can't get picked off like a slam pass. You trust your quarterback. Ty Simpson, one of the Heisman favorites. Trust your quarterback. If you complete it, you get closer. If not, okay, just run it on third down. And keep the clock moving. There's no scenario where South Carolina gets the ball back if you run the ball on third down. Unless you fumble here, obviously. Break for Benny? No, he was half a yard shy. He didn't not come close to reaching the goal line. So, I get it. I completely get it. As long as they run on third down. You throw on third down, we got some issues. You run here so that it becomes a 40-ish yard field goal. If he makes it, great. If not, we go OT. Direct snap. They're going to fake the toss to Simpson to the 20, 15, 10, 5. He scores. That might not be the worst thing. Bernard in the end zone. Tiptoeing down the sideline. And he probably should have gone down at the 1. Very similar play to what they ran on the 2-point try where they faked the toss on the end around. And Bernard gets a block from Jaden Roberts, tiptoes down the sideline. Did he step out is the question. They'll review this. It might be better if he stepped out if you're a Bama fan. Not there. Not there. Not there. He's in. No, he's in. He's in. He's got to get down in that spot. Jets fan also said it. Yes. He's got to get down in that spot. Final score of the Indiana game. Indiana 56-6. Yeah, he's in. Wait, they need to slide the 1. Yep. Extra point is good. But man, if you go down at the 1 yard line there, you can get it to a field goal. Now Sellers will get the ball back. From the Rams last week, yep. 34 seconds. And look, obviously, if you're South Carolina, you want to force a 40-plus yard field goal. The next best thing is having Bama score a touchdown. Whew, man. Sellers has a cannon. Again, he is a projected first-round pick for a reason. he will get the ball again. No timeouts, but this one is not over. The decision to score the touchdown at the very end, instead of going down at the 1, just go out of bounds to the 1-yard line, take a knee, make it a 20-yard field goal try, and get out of here. Instead, the kickoff, it's a squib kick. I'll be fielded on a hop and bobbled, and now they're going to be pinned deep at the 5 and brought down at the 8-yard line. Great kickoff there. Couldn't field it cleanly. And now you need 92 yards in 29 seconds. See it's not flinching? Yeah, 30-21. Yeah, they got this one. They fielded it. Did not let it bounce into the end zone. Kills time off the clock. You cannot field that ball. You just let it go into the end zone. And now South Carolina, 92 yards in 29 seconds. It's been one of the greatest wins in program history if they could pull this off somehow. Sellers in the flat. That's caught. Can he get out of bounds? He cannot. He doesn't get the first. It's a gain of 7. Brady Hunt. Clock is ticking. They'll easily take the 7-yard gain. If you're Bama, that's perfect. Clock runs. Tick, 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 tick. 2nd and 3. Spikes him with 11. 3rd and 3. Need 84 yards in what is basically 2 plays. Alabama down 22-14 with 2.5 to go. 15 points the final 2.5 minutes. Can they hold on? Sellers sacked. Ball game. Crimson Tide survive. There will be no field storming tonight as the Tide roll to 5-0 in conference play. 29-22 your final. And the Crimson Tide, absolutely insane victory. Ty Simpson leads the drive at the end. Then the defense forces the fumble. And they get the first. They get the touchdown. (29-22) your final. Alabama survives. No, it's funny. The games today were pretty good. We just start off with crap games. We start off with like the worst of the worst, but we got some pretty good games out of it, all things considered. All right, here's the game plan. I'm going to be live in about 30 minutes. We'll do World Series Game 2. I'll set that stream up, and we'll go from there. I appreciate all you guys a ton. JG9 signing off. 29-22 your final. See you guys in about 40 minutes for World Series Game 3 between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. Take care. See you soon.